Welcome to the Generation X-Wing podcast, a modern look at a retro lifestyle. My name is Rob Williams, and I'm also here with
Jamie Pale Rider,
as well as
TI 7615 Steve Hosenose Lewis.
And let's not forget
Steve 3!
Woo!
Coming live from set.
best
in Tunisia,
costume.
on the planet of Tatooine.
I gotta put my headphones
Jaws.
on now. I can't hear anything.
I'm a boom.
Oh, it's so
Steve,
good.
you look magnificent, sir.
Brilliant.
I wish the people in the audio could see you in their pink shorts. It is amazing.
Yeah.
Steve,
yeah.
Pink shorts and topless.
Steve Davey, explain the outfit. We all wear our costumes. I'm in Scout. Jamie's in his X-Wing. Hose Nose is in his TIE Pilot. But what are you dressed up as, sir?
I came tonight as homage to the crew that brought us the movie we all love, which is going to be 50 years old next year, and that we're celebrating our 500th episode on. So yeah, I'm Pink Shorts Boom Guy. And if you don't know what it is, you need to find out what it is.
Yeah.
Because you got to put up with this shit all night.
Let's
What do
put
you mean
on.
put up with?
Boom guy.
I don't feel like we're putting up with anything, sir. In fact, we need to put you on set. Could you change your background, sir, and put you on set?
Sure,
We
I
gotta-
need to
yeah,
get
let's
back
we
to
gotta get the
set.
environment.
I need
going
to get
here.
back to set.
To be fair, Steve, we are just past the 50th anniversary of the start of filming
Yes,
of A New Hope.
yes.
So I feel like we're also celebrating the 50th anniversary of Pink Shorts Guy.
I feel so too.
Excellent.
You've
But-
worn that before too at a con, haven't you?
Star Wars celebrations a number of times. Yeah,
A number of times.
a number of times. And Ali's joined me too in her skin-colored leotard
Awesome.
and pink shorts. And it's
Nice.
great. We just run along with the boom mics, and we usually follow the running of the hoods. So all the real rows are running, and we're there with the boom mics every time they
Right.
stop for photos. It's just so much damn fun.
That's brilliant.
So much damn fun.
Brilliant. Hey everybody, happy 500.
Happy 500.
500.
Happy
gotta-
birthday, us.
Happy
Right?
birthday. We've got a few things happening. We got a few things happening today. This is going to be an extra special episode, not only because it's 500 and not only because we're talking Star Wars, the original cut of Star Wars, but also we got a guest coming on, hopefully if everything goes right. And we've had callers write in before, but actually got a callers people write in before, listeners. I got a caller has called in. So I didn't know they knew our phone numbers. So
Is he,
I got somebody
long-time
left a
listener?
message.
Yes.
Caller.
I got somebody who left a message. We'll share that later. So I'm super
Nice.
happy from a listener. And
Cool.
I didn't want to. I one of my favorite podcasts I listen to is Canada is Boring, and they for their 500th they were asking people to leave a speak pipe or so, and I was like, that's a cool idea, but I was kind of like, I'm not gonna leave a speak pipe because I just don't want to be disappointed when nobody calls. So it would feel like, I hope somebody asked me to the prom, and then the phone doesn't ring. So. But if you want to leave something, just let me know, and we'll talk, and maybe we'll do it for the 501st episode. And just a little housekeeping as well. For the 501st episode, we're going to be doing it in about for the audio in about 2 weeks or so, maybe 3. We're all a little bit busy off camera, so it's going to be a bit of delay in the episodes. I think 500 we'll just do a little bit of a hangover and then get right into episode 501st, and that should be a hint to what it is. And so with the costumes, we're actually going to be focusing on our time with the 501st Legion, so that's for next time. But today, episode 500, I want to celebrate a little bit. Let me go through the phone call right now, actually, if you guys are okay with that.
He's
Sure.
I got it
line
right
one.
here. All right, we have on line 1 Anthony. He'll tell you where he's calling from here. So let me just get this ready. Let me know if I'm doing it old fashioned here. This is a 500. We've been here for 500 episodes, and I've still got a phone to the mic. This is awesome,
World class.
just like episode 1. So hang on, let me pull this up here.
But
Here
Neil's
we
phone
go.
isn't ringing.
Hello, Generation X-Wing podcast boyos. I am Anthony, 2066. Serving in Star Killer Garrison, 501st Legion, and the 2066 is my TK ID, and I am a stormtrooper. I'm also a Gen Xer, just like my boys I've been listening to for so long, right here on Gen X-Wing. So you're talking, we're coming up on the 50th anniversary of Star Wars. And my experience with it, I was 9 years old in 1977. Naive, 9-year-old farm kid, lived on a little 1-acre farm outside of a little western Pennsylvania town called Rochester. And
Did we lose
2
Rob?
teenage neighbor girls that lived across the road from us were good friends with my mom and my stepdad. The way I recall, because fuzzy memories from that long ago, I was taken to see it. They came over and asked if, because it was already blowing up all over the place. So I recall going before school started. So I want to say it was around August, early August, mid-August. The girls took me and my little brother to see it. And like many of us, including you four, yeah, it turned my brain inside out. And the one memory that still sticks in my brain that is the reason why I'm a stormtrooper in the 501st Legion is when the Tanda V4 gets boarded and we see what we didn't know then was Vader's fist doing what they do. And that's the whole reason that I wear plastic spaceman armor, and has been a part of me ever since, even through the dark times. Star Wars has always been that one thing, that one escape, and it's with me, a part of me, part of my everyday, because I have more time than most. Even up to the point when I go to work, I usually have my Imperial gear on. I work in a small mom and pop hardware store's lumberyard. So I'm a lumberyard jockey. Get to go buzzing around on a forklift, and never the same day twice. And I do get ID'd from time to time because I have an Imperial kepi on my head. When it's chilly out, I've got a short waist jacket that is very imperialized. So I get to be a Gen X nerd at work. And I've been ID'd a few times as 501st. Just a lot of fun. Star Wars has always been my fun escape place to that galaxy far, far away. We can't get there, but this is how we can kind of be a part of it. So I'm looking forward to what all else anybody else has to share with Gen X-Wing and what the crew themselves have to say. And until the next, glory to the Empire, boys.
All right. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I just have this image now of him boosting around with a forklift and wearing TK armor.
Yeah, that's awesome. I think it's a sentiment we all share, right?
Yeah, man. We'll talk about this later in the movie, but yeah, the entry of the Stormtrooper and Darth Vader, that it hits you like in the stomach right away. So, but I do want to recognize some people here today. Let's get into into who's here. Can you believe this? Tony was not the first person today.
What?
Malcolm beat him
500th
there.
episode and Tony wasn't even there.
Wow.
So hello, Malcolm, all the way from Winnipeg. But then Tony arrives soon after.
Tony.
Hello, Tony, doing his hype. There we go. And I had to give him a little laugh in there. We also VJ baby. Hello, VJ. How are you?
Hi.
Hi. Okay, we got Malcolm. There we go. I'm going down the list. Oh, we have the other pink shorts person in the house, Allie Williams next door.
Is she wearing her outfit, Steve?
But she decided to leave because it was just too much tonight. Too much.
We wouldn't see you for the rest of the night. I understand. Guess who's here? It's Mike Tarkin.
Hey.
Hello. Long
Mike,
time
Mike,
no
Mike.
see. And again, we got to get you on sometime soon. And there's Ali again laughing at Steve. I appreciate that.
Wait, did you not tell her you're doing Pink Shorts Guy for this?
It doesn't. We've had such a busy couple of weeks. She knew I was doing it, but I think it's always a surprise when you actually tune in and see the shit in front of you.
Also, you would probably just walk around the house in your pink shorts, so it's like just a regular Thursday.
Yeah, you said it's been warm there, right?
It's been warm, but I don't regularly wear these pink shorts. And if you miss the opening of the show, you have to go back and watch it, and you'll have no idea why I'm standing here naked.
Yeah.
You're not naked. You're wearing glasses.
They don't know that.
Mike says you look like Dee Dee Ramone. It's always a
true.
Ramone thing with you.
Yeah.
Dude, as soon as you get this 70s wig on, it's just on.
Hang on for a sec. We've got hang on. There we go. We got Nerd affiliated.
Archer.
Thank you so much for popping by. Yeah, it's the after party for Nerd affiliated.
Well,
Nice.
we're at the after party.
If you haven't done so, check out Nerd affiliated. He's 3D printing everything. And I watched his last episode where he's talking about revamping a couple things. So check him out. It's fantastic. I'm loving the sword, especially love the He-Man sword. And who else we got in the chat here? I'm flying. Oh, Bitter Troll in the house. Hello, Bitter Troll.
Good
Hello.
evening, Bitter Troll.
And I think I missed. There we go. Cody Palmer. Oh, me. OMG. Hey. So there you go. So we'll keep it going here. But thank you guys so much for joining us. Really appreciate it. Sorry, yo. I want to ask you guys, 500 episodes. Jamie, you came around episode, I want to say about 100 or so. We even talked about this on episode 400, but you're around just before episode 100. I think you became permanent fixture at 100. I think it was, wasn't it?
Yeah, I guested early on a couple, and then I joined. My first official episode was the Star Wars Holiday Special.
Yes.
Ah.
Yes, and that was where we failed on the recording. And the recording didn't quite work, and
as is tradition.
Tradition. And so we thought about doing it again, and that was shot down quite fast.
Nah, you get one.
Yeah, you get one. You only get one with pay whatever. But did you know, fun fact, you were not the first in this group here to be on the show. That was Steve Hose. That was sorry, not Steve Hosenose. Steve 3 was actually on the show first. He was he was guesting when we visited the 501st building armor party. Yeah, it was an armor party. You were there in the pink shorts, strangely enough. It was amazing. And building armor and stuff. So that's when we first met you. And Hosenose, you were communicating with us via Facebook and stuff. And you sent us a picture of you playing video games at Cherry Bomb. I remember.
The old, yeah.
Actually, I remember doing one with you, Steve, in your car hole.
That's right.
Yeah, that was for my show, the rookie show.
And it was very cold, and we were like huddled around a cardboard box. It was very professional.
Yeah.
I remember Hosenose always sending us hate mail, yelling at us to stop rambling and get
on target.
The show.
Yeah.
And here we are rambling. That's fantastic.
We're talking 500 episodes.
Yeah.
I met you guys though early on. Like I think it's my first or second year in the garrison. And you guys were at Fan Expo, and Terry pulled me aside. He's like, "Oh, come talk to these guys. They got this podcast, the Generation X podcast." I'm like, "What's a podcast?"
It's a podcast. You know what a podcast was?
History. Yeah. Well, no, I did. They weren't the same. Not everybody and their dog had a podcast back then, so it was kind of
It's fair.
a bigger deal.
I have a heart. Yeah, everybody has a podcast. Do they ever? I think every SNL character, every SNL actor has one going, and they all just rotate turns on each other's podcasts. So,
Nice.
But I want to ask you a difficult question. That's what I wanted.
Jeez.
What have you learned over these last little while of podcasting? I'll start with Jamie, who's had of the three of you guys the most experience. What have you learned podcasting?
I probably learned the least out of everyone. That's the funny part.
I don't believe that.
I don't know. I feel like mostly just learning from you, Rob. Like learning how to keep it fun and keep it fresh and keep the excitement. Like I feel like we must be in rare company making it to 500 episodes. So like I feel like that's a particular challenge, keeping things fun and fresh and exciting, like you want to come back every time. So
Those hacks
yeah.
at SNL haven't done that yet.
Right? And I mean, yeah, that's the thing. Like nobody here is famous. We're not bringing in like a built-in kind of fan base. This is just what we're doing for fun to keep each other entertained and mostly shooting the shit with our friends.
Yeah. Steve 3,
Hmm.
as the second longest of the three of you, what have you learned?
I've learned that it's much better to record in this fashion than rely on Rob bringing SD cards. I've also learned to bring additional cables at every event that we want to get. But I've learned that although it doesn't matter where you are, we can still do this. You can never substitute being in the same room as we used to do around the table, because that was something special. And I miss that.
Fun.
Every single time we do this, I miss that. As much as we can still do this and have fun, it's never the same as when we used to sit around the table and just be in each other's company, eating a Snickers bar and drinking some Cokes. And it was great. So yeah, you move on. You have technology that allows us to do this and this ridiculous shit that we're doing right here. But yeah, being in the presence around the table, I would love to be able to do that again one day. And even in this format, we all have a camera, we all have a mic, but we're all just in the same room, because then you can smash.
Oh, I would love that.
It's just changed over the last 6 years. That's like COVID changed everything. I mean,
Yeah.
that's, you had an influx of YouTubers and podcasters come around that time because they're like, hey, let's learn something while I'm stuck here. And I still have troubles adjusting to not being in the same room, because I'm very much a person who reads off body language. And so understanding when someone's done talking and reading their body language or so. And maybe I'm just thinking about your body language, Steve3, but it's just hard to figure out when a sentence ends and stuff. So
it must be driving you nuts with these glasses on then, because you can't even see where I'm looking.
Yep, the glasses stay on.
Yeah,
they're fantastic.
It reminds me of Minty. You ever watch Minty on YouTube?
Yes, I love Minty. He's fantastic.
I feel like Minty right now.
He has the glasses, definitely. Yes, I always, every time we watch a movie, I like to check out what Minty has to say and get out some thoughts of him, because he's a great Aussie, and I follow him on Facebook as well. He's a funny guy. So, Hose Notes, what you learned, sir?
This is tougher than it looks.
How so?
Well, no, I just think there's more effort into it than just sitting in front of a camera, just being jackasses. Especially on your end, and that's something I've learned recently with doing my own little Ready to Believe things, and the recording and editing and B-roll and all that other stuff. Yeah, and even when we're doing the movie reviews, rewatches, just the prep time for that, to research and think about things if you're hosting and all that. So. And I've also learned to remember that it's not just the four of us, that this is actually going out into the world.
Oh yeah, people are listening to what we say.
Sometimes
All
it's
six
just
of
the
us.
four of us.
The chat
Sometimes,
is real.
yeah.
The chat is real. The chat is our audience. This is like a live studio audience recording, and the chat is our audience.
Dude, I love live streaming this. Just
I've
having
enjoyed this.
getting the feedback in real time from people that are kind enough to join us when we're live is so much fun.
Yeah, I totally agree. It's opened up a little bit to us here. I still love having an audio available for everybody who listens in the car. I know like Varen Van Awesome does, but just being able to, I don't have to edit as much. It's kind of a fun thing as well, because I edited the shit out of the episodes for the first 200-300.
Dude,
And
I
I
remember when you used to beep swear words.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, and I remember just saying, man, let's just do it live. There's no more editing, because I know it used to drive Rob. Rob is a busy guy, he has a lot on his plate, and the editing was driving him insane. I'm like, let's just do this thing live. I remember saying that so many times, and everyone was like, no, it's a podcast. And then doing it live is so much more fun because of the audience and the crowd participation and just the rawness of it. And I'm glad we've done that. I don't think that's something I've learned, but I'm glad we took that dive into live. And I know, Steve, you were really like, I don't know about this, but it's
That's
fun,
because I was
right?
afraid. Like I said, I was afraid I was gonna like start spouting off something and be canceled within like the first 2 minutes.
Let me
Yeah.
tell you about the government.
But one thing that is cool about being live is we don't hear Rob going, "I ain't editing shit anymore."
Yeah.
When was the last time he said that?
Ah,
I can't
Yeah.
remember saying
I
that.
ain't
Right?
editing
It
shit.
sounds like something I'd say.
yeah.
I used to get
it's
that look.
normally- Oh, sorry.
So go ahead. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say the phrase from Rob, "I ain't editing shit," was normally following us either screwing up or saying something we weren't supposed to say and be like, you can edit that out. We'll fix it in post.
Yeah.
Or I'd be like, I ain't editing shit.
I just
All
remember,
right.
that's what I was going to say. I remember getting that
Yeah.
look from Rob across the table because I'd drop an F-bomb or I'd swear or I'd say something and he'd just look at me like, well, I guess I'll go be editing this week then.
Yeah.
I write down the time on a piece of paper sometimes. Okay, that's 7:40, 7:48.
Yeah.
And Neil's
7:49.
swearing
phone's
notebook.
ringing.
The original reason we couldn't swear is because me and Anil were concerned about our standing as teachers. And I've told the story before, but I'll tell it again. When we first started our podcast, we did episode 1, and Anil was telling a joke, a very inappropriate joke, and it was funny. And we were laughing. And then me and Anil stopped. We looked at each other like, we better check with our admin to see if we're allowed to do this. And so we checked in. And my admin says, well, you can record a podcast, no problem. But just remember that I'm listening. Your parents are listening. Your students are listening. The board is listening. And anybody else who works for the district is listening.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, you can go for it. And we're like,
Dude, judging by how many listens we got, I strongly
Nope.
disagree.
not a single problem. I've had
Yeah.
kids find out. We've had my students in the past
Yeah.
visit, and they don't want nothing to do with this anymore. They're just like, this is boring old people talking.
Yeah, we're a
Well,
bunch of old farts. We're not
Yeah.
talking about 6'7" or Skibbity or whatever the hell.
And I can assure you, my parents are not listening to this.
Yeah, right.
They don't know what a podcast
I
is.
Mrs. Hose knows. They can't find the podcast.
No.
We got Mike Tarkinson, happy to join in live. It's rare, but I know it's late for you, Mike. You also at work a lot of the time. Always appreciate the audio cast on the assembly line. I appreciate that. That means
Dude,
a
I'm
lot.
happy you're here, Mac. That's awesome,
Yeah.
man.
Tony glazing us. You guys are amazing. Thank you very much. I appreciate VJ. We appreciate all the prep time you guys do to entertain us. Yeah, at the editing. Thank you, VJ, by the way. The editing, it's been nice not having to edit. And there's been a lot of times I would have to go and make sure that the audio was good and there was no mistakes that were made. But the amount of mistakes that I've made editing has been so much less if I just like cut, paste, level the music, intro, outro, done, boom. I am concerned eventually, since I use a bit of copyright music on the audio version of our podcast, that it may catch up with us. And I have this nightmare where all of a sudden they're like, yeah, we've been noticing you've been using copyright music for the last 450 episodes. You're going to have to edit that out or cancel all those episodes. And I'm just like,
Yikes.
yeah. So I've been keeping the raw audio of every single episode ready to go just in case.
How many
Wow.
floppy disks is that?
Yeah. Well, my God, it's just,
It's like 8,000.
yeah. So, it's huge.
You guys still got a tape recorder and he's
Yeah.
rewinding them all
20.
with his pencil.
The old reel to reel. Hell yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Save the batteries. Use the pencil.
Bitter Troll tries to explain podcast to his mom once after she said, but who's Todd?
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah, it's anyways, we're not going to say much more, but I'm really happy. It's a lot of to get 500, it's all up to us. It's just up to us to last this long. We don't have any commercial breaks or anything. We don't have any producers certainly to cancel us. It's just our endurance that gets this way. And I really appreciate you guys coming along with this ride, because I've been since episode. I have not missed a single episode. I've got the Cal Ripken Jr. streak. Is it Cal Ripken, Jamie?
Nope. You missed mine.
Yeah. You
No.
did miss.
My first ever one when we did Spy Games.
I put myself on that. I edited that's the one time I edited. I put myself on it.
Oh, he fixed it in post.
man.
I
That's what
fixed
he
it in
said.
post.
Yeah.
Let's put an asterisk
the
beside
hell?
that one.
I still got up to the mound. I still
All right.
got up to the mound one time,
All
threw in a lob.
Barry
and stepped away.
Bonds. Mark McGuire.
Ali
Anyway.
wants to know. I have every raw file. Yes, I have every raw file, video and audio,
Yeah.
ready to go.
Good
There wasn't as
God.
much video since we started in 2020. We've got a lot more video, but I do have every raw. The audio, the there's not a lot of space it takes up for audio. It's mostly the video, and especially the videos I do for my Outer Rim Rookie. I just recently did a spring cleaning of my computer and just had to move everything off and put it in one of my portable hard drives. I got 2 or 3 portable 2 terabyte hard drives right here. You can see. So I got all that ready to go. So
Wow.
That's a lot.
So when I pass away, my son wants to look back at my life. He'll like, oh, look at all this audio. I don't have the time for this. And
more worryingly is when the world comes to an end, the next inhabitants will probably find it in your steel safe, and they'll start watching all these and going, "Holy crap, what are these people on?
What is wrong with this civilization?"
I'm glad
we
this
need
guy.
to find this movie."
Yeah, this culture's manner of attire is really weird, but it must be true. It's on video.
Well, we've got a special guest in the house here. Guess who's here?
What? I don't know.
It's the Space Hindu, Anil
Oh!
Sharma. He's dressed
Look at
up for
that
the
guy.
occasion. Anil, can you hear us all the way from downstairs?
Is he on Camino?
Very
Say that again.
appropriate if I'm from the Sharma homestead.
Is the phone ringing in the background, sir?
It will, I'm
That's-
sure.
That's not a Neil. That's a clone.
That's a clone. Hang on, I had this ready for Neil when he came on the show. Hang on, wait. Here it is. Looking good, sir. How are you? You're actually coming
Good,
from
fellas.
where we record so many episodes.
Happy anniversary, gang. Wow. Very proud of everybody's efforts on this. It's a pretty big milestone. It's pretty amazing. Thanks for
It
having
is.
me on.
Oh, dude, I wanted you on desperately because I mean you were with me since episode 1. We built this. We built this city on rock and roll.
I hate that song.
I hate that song too.
Did you? I don't know how many times we've shared the origin story, but
We didn't talk about it today, but we can give us the quick Cole's notes.
somehow Rob and I ended up in a theater in New Westminster watching a live. What was it? Nick Foley. What do you call it? A live
Comedy.
talk?
It was a comedy show.
Was it a comedy show? Sure.
Yeah, he dubbed it a comedy show. Nick Foley, Mankind. He
Mankind.
dubbed it a comedy show, but he was sharing stories about his life at wrestling.
It was a good dude. Of all the WWEF, whatever you want to call them, we grew up with F. Now it's E. Now he's one of the ones who's stand-up dude, good dude. So we, of course, were there, and we what was it? Were we sharing a table or?
Yeah, we were
just
sharing a
sitting
table
next
with a
to some
guy
dudes?
who ran his own podcast. It was a Vancouver Canucks podcast.
Right. And then we started talking. It's like somehow we're like, we could do a podcast because we're idiots and people want to hear what we have to say about stuff. And we seem to be somewhat knowledgeable idiots. And that's how we started, right? We hatched it in the car ride back, I guess, and that's how we started.
I think it
And
took
then-
just under a year for it to actually get to happen as well. We were
Yeah.
throwing it around the idea, let it go for a little bit, got back to work, and then episode 7 was coming out, just like a lot of Star Wars podcasts around that time. And we're like, yeah, let's get things started. Let's get her going.
Yeah, and it was all Rob, really, because Rob had to do all the technical stuff. We just showed up, and Rob's
like
still
now.
doing all the technical stuff, and we just show up. It's just, so it's you know what? If anybody deserves most of the praise, and not that you guys are chopped liver, don't get me wrong, but Rob really is. He's the founding father. He's done it all, really. So,
Well, that being said, I'm
job,
going to
buddy.
fire everybody on the panel here. There we go. It's just going to be me. Hey, everybody. It's just me today. I'm kidding. I'm bringing everybody back. There we go.
Anyway, it's
So,
it's
Steve's
really
gone.
cool.
I also Steve. Oh, hey, Neil, did you see Steve's outfit today?
I'm trying to figure it out.
Wow. You're fired, sir.
Give us a little trill. Steve 3. We need
Hey,
the hits again. We
Neil,
need some
look
more
at the
hits.
background. Look at the
I
background.
see the background. Are you pink shorts guy?
There it
You are
is.
pink- you're pink
There they
first.
are.
I kind of
There's his
figured.
belly button.
I kind of figured, but and he passed away recently, eh?
No, he wasn't recently. He
You got
First-
fact checked.
yeah, because we seem to know our facts. So, first of all, R.I.P. Ken Nightingale. So Ken Nightingale was the name as a sound guy that was working in Tunisia on Star Wars and chose to wear the skinniest, tightest pink shorts along with his work boots and his safety gloves in the sun, the blazing sun, to record all the stuff that we got in Mos Eisley and Tatooine. Unfortunately, Ken was one of the people that actually passed away from COVID in 2020.
Right. Yeah. That's
So
right.
he actually passed away from COVID in 2020. So
I think when I say recently, it's because I can't believe COVID was a long time ago now.
It seems
Right.
like, yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's why I meant, yeah, like I knew it was COVID related.
and I think it was before we lost Wilro, right? When did Wilro pass?
Wilro was a while
I think it was
ago,
before
wasn't it?
COVID.
Yeah, he's been gone for a while, I believe.
Yeah.
But they've just opened up an Instagram in his honor. So I don't know if it's family or they've got the permission to do it, whoever's doing it, but there's a whole Instagram page dedicated to, I've forgotten his name, the guy that played Wilro Hood. So that's kind of
He
cool.
was a Pakistani British fella, I believe.
Yeah, and he's got all of his BTS stuff going up there and his other things that he did in his life. So if you're interested in those cult people that we've now, made live on forever in these ridiculous costumes, then yeah, check it out.
I will do a running of the hoods at some point. I do have the Cantona. I will do it. And
Nice.
yeah, it's gonna happen. And the complexion, so hey, I don't even have to wear a brown face.
I will gladly follow you around with my boom mic
All right,
and my
sounds
tight
good.
pink shorts.
I'm in.
That sounds like a threat. I did a video on I can't believe I'm forgetting his name. You know how I am with names, but I did a video on Wilro Hood and the actor who played it, and it was based on, and it was, I had a lot of information off another video as well, but it was fascinating. He was an actor who was in things like James Bond and stuff.
Mhm.
He was like one of those small actors in the corner playing a bartender or something. It was really cool.
His name is Egbert Sen.
Egberson. Yes, thank
That's
you.
it.
It was
Egbert.
2019. 2019 passed.
Since we're on the topic of unsung heroes of Indian descent who had something to do with Star Wars, Deep Roy, I don't think gets enough love.
Deep Roy needs way more love.
Yeah.
I freaking love Deep Roy.
I mean, he was freaking Yoda, man. Like he was
Yes.
Yoda for a chunk of it, right? That's
Yes.
you know.
Was
no
he
one had
in the
the
original
best
Star
of it,
Wars?
but he was in Empire.
But was he in the original Star Wars as well?
Oh, as a
I thought maybe a Jawa or something. I know
was
these a
gonna
lot
say,
of kids.
if anything, it's probably a Jawa. Maybe he was R5D4. I don't know. But let's start that. Let's start some fake.
Well, Neil, you've got plenty of time for our thousandth episode. We will
Come on.
honor Empire Strikes Back, and you can bring all of these facts with you for the 1000th episode.
I'm on it. I have the shirt picked out for it already. Well, I'm wearing the.
That's classic. Love it.
Me too.
Do you guys want to dive into Star Wars now?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. All right. What
How do
I
we do?
really like is we watched the original cut of Star Wars, not the second or third or fourth version, whatever. This was the original cut that and Neil, do you remember sitting at Jamie's house and watching this? I had forgotten that we had visited Jamie and his old place out in
Yep.
downtown, and I was like, holy crap. And I was like, we did? And he just slapped a photo in my face and said, this is it.
I
And
do
so-
remember doing that. Yeah, I do remember when. Yeah, because there was that dude who made, like he did the Lord's work and put it all together. And I guess now we can go watch it next year on IMAX, right?
Is that happening?
Hopefully.
Yeah. Hopefully, we're going to be seeing it for the 50th on IMAX in its
Oh, boy.
original theatrical release. Now, I don't know if that means raw original theatrical release or some sort of stipulation that certain things have to be in there still. I don't know, but I'm hoping it's going to be the raw, untouched.
From
theatrical
what I've heard, and again, I have, whatever information that you guys probably have too. From what I understand, is it is the 1977 release. It is likely remastered, but won't have Han stepping on Jabba's tail. No Rontos. Han will shoot first, as far as I understand, and that no extra X-wings. It'll just be the 10 X-wings against the Death Star, or whatever it was. That's as far as I know. That's what they're doing.
God, I forgot there was like some of these changes. Not all of them. I remember Jabba and stuff. I wanted to ask you. This is actually the first question I was going to ask, and I'll start with Jamie here. Now, first of all, maybe this is the first question I should ask. When's the last time you've watched the original cut, and when's the last time you watched the most recent cut? I want to know that. Just kind of get a gauge of our understanding of when you've seen these movies, Jamie.
The original cut, no joke, like 2 weeks ago.
And was that in preparation for the episode, or is it just you were just going to watch it?
No, I watch the original cuts on the regular. I would say like once every probably 2 months, I would say.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, I'm excited to have them. So I don't want to forget. Like I just want to keep it kind of in my consciousness. And I think in preparation for this episode, I actually did fire up the last, I want to say 45 minutes of the special edition of A New Hope. So I could remember what like the Death Star battle looked like.
Mm-hmm.
But like before that, I did, like when the special editions came out on VHS, I did buy them, and that was the version that I had. And I watched those so many times that like I literally wore the tapes out. But yeah, ever since I got a hold of the original theatrical cuts, that's all I've watched.
How about you, Hosnos? When's the last time you saw the original as well as the most recent?
Last time the original, probably a year ago, because mine are on DVDs tucked away somewhere.
Oh,
so,
that's right. Yeah.
So they're a little harder to watch. The special editions, probably a few weeks ago. Now, when I say watch, I mean it's on in the background while I'm working on something.
Mm-hmm.
But this is the thing about this movie. I've seen it so many times. I don't need to watch it. I can just listen to it, and I'm picturing the whole thing in my head.
Right.
So, yeah.
C3?
Yeah, I'm same as Jamie, really. I'm a regular watcher of the original version because it's so much fun. But I don't have the fancy pants one that you guys had to watch with the widescreen and the remastered. I actually have the early version VHS. So I managed to get the triple pack early version VHS before it got tainted. And I got that put onto DVD. So as I sent you guys the pictures, I was watching it on the 4x3 and the wonky old wonkies and the music coming in and out. And I loved it. And I love going back to that VHS quality watching of the movie. But that being said, I still had to follow it up every now and then again with the digitally remastered, whether it's the updated ones or not, just because it's such a great thing to have on a big screen nowadays, because we've got these big screens. It's kind of wasted on the 4.3, but I just love watching. I love hearing. I love listening to the Fox fanfare. I love the way it comes in, and I love watching the wobbly crawl. It's just something that makes me happy every time.
Wobbly crawl.
Are you guys like me when you hear that Fox fanfare? You immediately think Star Wars is going to start?
Yeah.
Yes, 100%.
Always.
Yeah, I can't watch any other movie. As soon as I hear that,
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, Star Wars. Oh no, it's Steel Magnolias or something.
The only other movie it reminds me of is Fanboys.
Yes. Yeah, that's good. Like that. Neil, when's the last time you saw the original and the modern?
The original, well, definitely I watched it with Jamie, guys. Oh, look at that.
There's the picture. Thanks for throwing
That
it in
was
my face again.
that was for the 40th.
I can't
Those-
find that shirt. I've been looking for that shirt. I know
exactly what that shirt
Did you leave
that
it
is.
in my house?
Maybe.
Did you wear your pink shorts and take your shirt off?
It was that kind of party, folks.
As far as I've been watching little scenes of it with my son, who's now 4, and yes, he's 4.
Wow.
I'll tell you a couple of quick things. It's kind of neat. You're talking about the fanfare. The Star Wars soundtrack CD lives in my car. It's just always in there, and Charlie wants to, like, he says, "Can you play Star Wars?" And if I don't start it, and he always says, no, from the beginning. If I don't start it with the Fox, because the first track is the fanfare. If I don't start it from the very beginning, he yells at me, no, from the beginning. So I guess
it's got to start.
Dad of the year. So he loves the soundtrack, and it's just all sprinklings of scenes here and there. He very cutely says, "I am CP3O, human Cy-Bob relations." He's 4. Yeah. So anyway, it's with him. We watch little scenes of it. We don't watch it all the way through because that's a long movie. But it's always snippets. But quite often, he likes the Jawa scenes. He likes anything with R2 and 3PO. He loves lightsaber duels, so we watch those. But he's just like, all the big dialogue stuff. We just he gets like a Cole's Notes version of it. But
yeah.
I do. One of these days, what we should do, Steve, you're talking about the VHS. I have a couple of things. I have the THX, which is the one I think you have, the nice blue box set, right?
It's the CBS, I think. CBS video.
So that one came out before. So the THX was the last time you could get the full release without special edition editions. We'll just call it that.
Yeah.
So that was the last time you could get it. That was THX, and I believe that was like 96 or so. But I know the ones that you have, but I have something that predates all of that. I have a VHS rental copy. So this would have been the first time it was actually released. So this would have been in, my guess is you could never buy it. You could only buy it if you were a video store. And can you guys correct me when it was actually released on video? Because there was, I think it was after Jedi, right? Like after 83. So probably somewhere around 85, you could actually get it on VHS.
Like owning home videos back then wasn't a thing. Yeah. You would have to pay
hundreds.
You had to pay like 100, 150 bucks for a VHS.
You could
Same as what the video store would pay.
So I do
came
have
with a copy of Jane Fonda's workout
rental copy. I've never actually put it in the player because I just worried it would disintegrate or something.
Did you? So you never returned it, Neil? Is that what you're saying?
No, I got it. Oh, this is a crazy story. I got it in a box, an auction box. It was just one of these shelf lots, right? Tarkin's gonna love this because I know what you love, but it was a shelf box. And what was in there was the cantina in this box. This was just a big cardboard box.
Wasn't the one you got the Macquarie book? Was it?
That was a different shelf lot. That was a different store. Right. But this was, so I saw the cantina, and it was a beautiful box. And it was one of those rare times where I actually went down to the auction house and had a look at what else was. I wanted to see if it was just the box with a pile of garbage in it, right? Turns out, beautiful mint condition cantina playset, but inside was the mint Yoda that you guys have seen, unpunched, 1980 first release, 21 back Yoda, perfect condition, high grade, whatever, all that stuff. But also in it was these videos, and included in that, talk about something crazy that we should just unbox and watch for the hell of it. I have a sealed copy of Empire Strikes Back VHS first release. So, and it's sealed. But this guy had just an amazing box with the stuff. I bought it because I was the only one who knew the Yoda was inside the Cantina set, which I later found out was a Sears exclusive. They did a special package that had Yoda with the Cantina set that came out in 1979, 80 or whatever. So, but that VHS is in there, and I'll send you guys a picture tomorrow because I've got it it's got it at school on a shelf. So, but it's really
kids?
Neat to see.
You're crazy.
What's that?
In front of the kids, you're crazy.
What, on display?
Yeah, that's why I don't have nice things in my classroom.
I have nice things. I have beautiful things in my classroom.
It looks like Dole joined us.
Hey,
is chirping off in the chat there. But one of the comments he's made there is he needs to get at least one carded Kenner for his collection. And I agree. And this weekend at WonderCon, I nearly purchased an original 12 back Stormtrooper. It was $150, but
should've
the
bought
reason
it.
it was $150, no, because whoever owned it had meticulously torn open the bottom corner, pulled the figure out, and obviously, but then put them back in the figure. It put them back in the blister. So about 3/4 of the blister was intact, but it was a 12 back. So it was the original 12 figures back on it. But it was just, I think you can get that a little bit cheaper than 150. So I held off. But that to me would be the one I would get. It would be the original Stormtrooper. And on that 12 back would be great.
I don't think you're gonna get a 12 back Stormtrooper for under $150. Because
you probably can.
really,
You probably
you
can.
I want one too.
Yeah, it's not going to be the best condition, but it's not going to be ripped off. So I kind of looked it up. I think $100 is a fair price for something in that condition. But I didn't get time to go back on Sunday and say, hey, would you take $100 for that? Because I'd already spent too much money.
I am in the homestead, so I can go get the Yoda if you guys want to see it. But
no, because that'll make me very jealous.
Before we continue, I just want to also shout out Dave's Dimension is here congratulating us on 500, and he says that Rob is one righteous dude. So thank you very much. I appreciate that. I don't know, some righteous dude. Sorry, Mike Tarkin saying the version of 3. This is also the version where C-3PO doesn't explain the tractor beam, so that's awesome. Who else? We have Scott. I can't forget Scott Brammer.
Hey.
Hello, congrats on 500s. And as you mentioned, Ryan Dole is in the house as well. Tarkin saying hello to Tarkin and Tony and everybody else in the chat. So I appreciate that, guys. I haven't seen this movie, so apparently I saw it in the 40th anniversary 10 years ago. Apparently, it was so memorable. I enjoyed the company I was with. I just don't remember what we were doing, but I can tell you, I don't remember the last time I saw the modern version of Star Wars. I don't watch Star Wars a lot. I don't watch these movies a lot because I don't want to ruin it for me. And I kind of like it that way. I've watched the Return of the Jedi more just because when I was putting the costume together, like the Rees and stuff. And I watched Empire a little bit more because of, again, costume purposes. But I don't like watching the movies over and over again because it's just, I don't want it ruined for me. I just again and again and again just kind of kills it. And so I'm so glad I do this because when I rewatch this movie, man, it was so delightful. Memories of me as a kid. I think you guys, we're all here not old enough to remember seeing it for the first time. I don't know. I mean, you do? Because I have no memory of watching. I remember seeing Jedi in theater. I was told I saw these two in theater, but I have no memory of watching this. So
for me, it was always the build up to Empire. I remember it's almost like Star Wars has always been in my brain, but I can't remember the first time I watched it. I can't. Maybe my brain can't deal with the overwhelming awesomeness that I experienced that day. But I honestly can't remember. I really can't. But the build up to Empire, I remember all of it, and then everything beyond.
Because I was 5 when it came out, and so Neil, you were probably 4, so weren't you?
I was 4. I was 4, and I watched it in San Francisco. We sat in the balcony in the top right corner, and it was my cool older cousin who said, I guess she was tasked with babysitting a bunch of idiot cousins from Vancouver. And she said, we're going to go watch this movie. It's awesome. I don't know if that's what she said, but I do remember her building it up to, you guys are going to love this. We're going to go watch this movie. And that's all I knew because I was 4. But I remember watching it top right corner of the balcony.
Yeah. Wow. That's a memory to really stay in there at 4 years old. It was just, but I remember having all the toys and stuff. So, I think, we always hear that Star Wars changed movie going for a lot of people. The way I think to Steve 3's costume of Buck Rogers and how everything. I mean, I know that was after Star Wars, but everything's awesome, so clean and white. And we think of like Space 1999, everything's so sterile and stuff. But this was messy. It was dirty, and it was so. it was just not the sci-fi that we were expecting. Jamie, I don't know if you have any research or anything like that, if you discovered any research into anything, but what are your thoughts about just the looks of Star Wars in comparison to a lot of other space movies back in the day, even after, when people were trying to copy this, it was still sterile.
That's largely in part, obviously, to George Lucas, but also to Roger Christian, the set decorator, who was back in that day, or maybe because it was a bit of a lower budget movie, or they were strapped for cash. Set decorator on Star Wars also meant props, costumes, blasters, weapons, all that stuff. And I'm not going to say the lived in look of the universe was because of the budget, because right from go, George Lucas didn't want it to look sterile. He wanted it to look lived in. And like, this is that, yeah, exactly, that's common knowledge. But like the cool thing that I discovered doing research, which is hilarious, and I'm researching this movie, but Roger Christian had the same idea coming in. And he ended up, and also because it was cheap, he ended up either buying or just straight up taking airplane scrap from scrap yards because nobody else wanted it. And that gives it its look, but it's also why there's a bunch of just found parts for blasters, and for, obviously, Babty did all the guns and stuff like that, but like why a lightsaber is a Graflex flash handle and stuff like that.
Yeah, I think that's what does justice to why it was so real for everyone, is that because of that, because everything was a real thing that you can associate with. It wasn't those, like you mentioned, Buck Rogers. It wasn't like early black and white space stuff of the blasters looking ridiculous. None of it could be. Everything was functional in some way, so you could actually believe it would work, even if there was a laser coming out of it. None of us really understood that you can't fly like that in space, but the ships looked like they should be there, right? Everything had something from everyday life in it that they reutilized again and made it look cool. And that's what I think worked. And that's what I still think to this day works, is when you take something that you can recognize as having that job and then just make it a little bit different by sticking some greaves on it, then that really works. And there was so much, like Jamie said, there's so many old, like, World War II weapons and vehicles and just pieces everywhere. It was just abundant. It just looks so good.
Well, and it's the weathered worn-in that sells it too, right? Because then you can mentally, like you said, it's not this made-up fictitious thing. You can associate with it.
Yeah.
And it feels like something that you've worn or sat in or whatever, right? So having that connection.
It speaks to me a lot about the 70s as well. When you look at old movies like Clint Eastwood, Dirty Harry movies and stuff like that, everything's grimy. Everything's in some sort, like Blues Brothers. Everything was industrial and stuff. I know this, again, after Star Wars, but it was a time of where things were just grungy and grimy. And so having a space world be that way as well kind of reconnects it to the audience of that time. Because when we look at the sequels of 7, 8, and 9, the Stormtrooper costumes are basically influenced by Apple iPods. No screws, no, you don't see anything. Not everything's hidden. All the parts of the connecting parts are hidden, and everything's shiny. And that's more of a modern take, and probably why it wasn't as much appreciated as well in modern audiences. We kind of like something that's a little bit different, but back then movies were not as prevalent either. But I dig I just enjoyed going back and looking at how dirty it was and grainy. The film was a bit grainier than what we're used to as with 5K or whatever, and I appreciate that as well.
Well, and not drags on a bit more, but another movie of around that era that Steve I know loves is Alien. The first Alien, and part of the reason that again was so, I think, successful is because it was so grimy. So worn, and their spacesuit, they're wearing like Coho hockey gloves. And, it's like, but those again, that tangible, real thing.
Yeah, everything was reused again on the set. It was reused pallets, it was reused computer screens, it was reused motherboards. It was everything just bought in abundance and spackled everywhere around the ships.
That explains Ripley.
About, sorry,
I was going to say that explains Ripley running around with a Butch Goring helmet. in that scene. That was awesome. Little Joe
I was
helmet
gonna
in
say,
there.
Speaking of hockey helmets being used for sci-fi movies, go watch Tron, right?
Yeah, exactly.
They're fully wearing the Mark Messier Winwell.
Or in
helmets.
in the original Battlestar Galactica, the Cylons had hockey gloves on too.
They did?
Hockey gloves. Oh yeah.
I didn't know that.
I was recently at the prop store event. Like this time of year, every year that they have a prop store event, and they had a Cylon kit, like a replica kit there, and the hockey gloves were huge, absolutely massive. And it was the one thing that stood out for me when I saw it. I took a picture of it and a little video of it, and you can just see how big and how hockey-like the glove. They didn't even. The only thing they did.
You had to have those the wrist guard had to go to here because you just slashed so
all the way up. All the way up.
Yeah,
And then what they did to make it look futuristic is they put tin foil around all the wedges of padding. So there's actually, you can see the tin foil wrapped around it. It's ridiculous.
That's funny. Sorry, Neil, you were saying something.
Well, I just wanted to mention the stuff about Tron, but I mean, anytime you get a chance to see the original props, like the Tusken Raider are literally wearing gardening gloves. You can see that there's a lot of tinfoil. There's a lot of tinfoil. I remember in Anaheim, it was I know you just went to there you go. We just went to WonderCon, and I know you just got back from there, Steve, but this was in God, I don't even know what year, but they had their version of the Science World, the Science Cube, I guess it is, in Anaheim, and they had all the props from Star Wars on display, including the original Falcon and everything. And I photographed the hell out of everything. So at some point, I'm sure I've shared these photos with you guys. But when you get into the, like, just really seeing the real stuff, you can literally go like, yeah, saw that at Home Depot or whatever. Back then, it would have been Harvey's Home Hardware for us. But even like things like just finding out, I remember, and this is back to the origin story stuff. Like the first time when we met Terry, and he brought over the desert, the stormtrooper, sand trooper,
pauldrons,
and the pauldron thing blew my mind. It was just a BMX kid's chest protector, and then he just turned it sideways and like, it's a pauldron. What? And it's just mind-boggling. Like all this stuff on the backpack. Yeah, like, oh, that's cool. Yeah, those are totally hockey gloves. I don't know why.
Those are huge.
Those are massive. Maybe it's just a small person.
It's ridiculous.
Those are co-hosts.
It's Deep Roy in there.
Yeah. Well, one of my other, one of the other things from the Sand Trooper in the original, on the backpacks, guys, at the backpacks, did you parents ever have the Rubbermaid like juice jug?
Yeah,
and it's the lid from that. I was like, oh my god! The first time I clocked
the
that.
Little like pushy suctiony thing, right?
It's like riveted all over, or like
it had all the ribbons,
the ridges.
Ridges. That's the word I'm looking for. Yeah. I had no idea. That's awesome.
Oh yeah, next time you watch it, look at it. It's like at the bottom,
the little circle on the end.
Every time I'm in vintage stores and I see Tupperwares, I'm like, oh, is that the one? Is that the one? But what am I going to do with it? Like, if I get excited about it.
I hated
Has
those
anyone
jugs.
found the ice cream maker, the actual Sears ice cream maker?
Yeah, people have had them. Yep. People have definitely had them. Yeah.
Yeah. But you see ones that are very similar to it as well. So
when you go to your running of the hoods, Anil, you're bound to see one.
With like an actual one, yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Maybe it'll be next year for the 50th anniversary. Who knows?
You know what? Okay, I'm gonna make it happen. Get me a flight suit, guys.
I'll help you out. I'll talk to you off air. I know where to get.
I got a spare one. I built one. Mine.
I think these guys. I think all four of us have a running of the hoods.
And I have the little thingies for it. I know Terry made me those, so I got
perfect. Those. There you go.
Rob, I do, speaking of Battlestar Galactica real quick, I do have a fun fact that I learned that I didn't know that is a deep connection to Star Wars.
I need a stinger to introduce your fun facts for today, but I got nothing. So
that's fine.
There you go. Done.
When I say that's fine, it means you don't need to do it. Yeah. So I feel like pretty much every hardcore Star Wars nerd knows that, Steve, you've been there at the original ILM in Van Nuys. So when Lucas moved ILM from Van Nuys, John Dykstra was the only one who didn't get brought along because of personality conflicts, whatever. He didn't get along with George Lucas. part of it was before Star Wars came out, John Dykstra had signed on to work on Battlestar Galactica and was renting all of the equipment that they R&D'd and made to make Star Wars to use to make Battlestar Galactica. So when everybody else from ILM moved on to the new location, John Dykstra was still in the Van Nuys location using all the same shit they made to make Battlestar. I didn't know that. That was crazy.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's one thing I look forward to every year.
Oh, I can't
since
imagine.
moving here. And last year, I believe it was the last year they were going to do it because the owners of the business now didn't want to do it anymore. That one of them passed away and their wife didn't want to do it or something like that. And I'm hoping that's not the case. I mean, I haven't been super out trooping lately, but that's one, if I can keep my status, that's one I do like to do.
You got to do that one.
I just love breathing it in, man. You know, I don't breathe. It's such a cool place to go to. If you've watched all the documentaries on the making of Star Wars and the legend behind ILM, it just even walking up to the front door and seeing the frontage of the building just instantly takes you back to those videos that you've watched. And when you walk inside, they do a great job of putting pictures up of BTS of when they were making stuff in all the corners of where they made it. And that's where history was made. I mean, to me, it's just as good as going to like a castle somewhere where a battle took place, or a cathedral where. So, to me, that is the cathedral of nerdism. Is walking into that original ILM building.
Man. History was made there. 100%.
Yeah, man.
Like the whole movie industry was changed.
100% and 100%, and it's just in this totally indescript building in a road off of a main road in an industrial place. It's just nuts.
I
man.
love that.
I really wish they would go out with a bang and have the slide from the top window into the hot tub that we could all do one last time.
Somebody get a 70s era airplane emergency slide stat and stick it to the roof.
Yeah, let's do it.
Rob, Steve, and Neil, did you guys know that?
No.
That also came up in my research too, is that they had an emergency slide, like the inflatable slide from a 747.
Oh, hang on. They're doing second slides.
To the roof of ILM, and they would slide down in a hot tub filled with cold water because it was so hot out. So like, who was it that was telling a story? Basically, Ken Ralston. I saw an interview with him telling a story about how like they all lived there basically, and they didn't really like working during the day. They would all work at night, and they would just work 24/7 basically. So during the day when it was hot, they'd be sliding down the slide into the hot tub and having fun.
Ridiculous.
And he said when the studio people started showing up to like check up on them, of course it's in the day, so they show up and there's all these long-haired hippie people sliding down the slide into a pool. They're like, is this what we're spending our money on?
Zero drugs. Drugs.
Wow.
Maybe a little.
Debatable.
Maybe a little. As Mike Turkin says, bunch of hippies.
Yeah, totally.
I do remember that now because that was in the recent documentary, wasn't it?
And Light and Magic.
Yeah.
So speaking of new documentary, I did find as I was doing research, and this actually ties back to an earlier episode of ours. There's a new documentary series that's, let's see, it's on YouTube for free. You can check it out. It's the channel is called the Nacelle Company. So like nacelles, like engine nacelles from Star Trek. There's two videos on episode 4, one on 5, one on 6, and there's a 3-hour interview with Marsha Lucas. And it's all of these interviews and stuff that I'd never seen before.
There's a Blu-ray out. I can't remember what it's called now, and it's the same guy that, oh my god, what's it called? I can't remember what it's called. I really want to find it out because it's all interviews with Marsha Lucas. Yeah. And it's really, really good.
So this series on their channel is called Icons on Earth.
That's it. And that's what it is. I've got the Blu-ray.
There you go.
Yeah, Icons on Earth. That's what it's called.
Do you know
who
made that show, Steve?
It was the same dude that did all the Toys That Made Us and stuff.
I was just going to say the Nacelle Company. Yes. Brian Weiss.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's great that it's on YouTube. But I do have the Blu-ray.
It's brilliant. It's so
really
good.
Interesting.
Yeah, 3-hour interview with Marsha Lucas,
and
which I've never seen an interview with her.
How much work she did.
Isn't it amazing when they're like, we think we've seen everything, and every now and then you see a new picture. Or
Yeah.
I like this. There's an Instagram account that I follow called ROTJ Polaroids, and
Oh, I love that account.
yeah, you just
So good.
finds all of these old images and again BTS stuff of costumes and things. It's just a treasure trove, and even he's starting to run out of new things to put up. But it's just incredible when you do find, again, it's like Steve will get this, like digging in the clay on the bed of the Thames, right? You find just stuff like, holy cow, this is 2,000 years old. But
Yeah,
you do
bones
find,
and firearms.
but they still find stuff. It's incredible. Like this, it's just a gift that keeps on giving.
Yeah.
But,
Well, sadly, it's because a lot of people, that were part of all this are passing away. And a lot of this stuff is then in the hands of family or the estate. And so
Right.
these things are like, you know what, people need to see this. And now is a good time for it to be shared. And, that's one of the wins, I guess, that we get out of that for something as sad as it is. And we're losing so many of them, in the age we are. And when, it's just going to be 50 years old, this damn thing, but we do get some stuff revealed. We do get some cool stuff, and it is not AI, and I love that.
Yeah, you got to figure the youngest people working on Star Wars are in their 70s now, right? So
right.
That's kind of
Damn hippies.
mind-boggling to think.
Yeah.
Well, actually, what you guys were talking about leads me into one of my other questions I wanted to ask you. When you're watching the old version compared to the new version, what's something that stood out for you that just kind of like, oh yeah, I forgot this was like, for example, this is an obvious one, but hand shooting, just shooting, not shooting first, but just he was the only one that shot, that sort of thing. We all know that is different from the more recent, but sometimes we see the recent so often that we forget that there's all these changes. So what's one thing that stood out to you that was like, oh wow, it's so cool? I'll ask Hosnose on this one.
Wasn't so cool, but I actually forgot about it. Was the Han with Jabba and stand on the tail? I forgot about that one. That was reintroduced, not there. So yeah, I was like, what? Oh yeah, because I was trying to tell Amy all the differences that had changed and everything, and that was one that I completely forgot about. So it was kind of, I don't know. It was nice to see that again. Not that scene. I don't know what I'm trying to say.
It was nice to see that scene wasn't there.
Yes, that's what I think I'm trying to say.
Yeah. Did you spend most of your going, hang on a minute, when's that scene going to come in with Jabba and the pirates?
Pirates.
I swear it happened before they took off.
Yeah.
I didn't miss it. I didn't even think about it until much later. Of like, oh yeah, Jabba, the Jabba scene is not there, and I was like, everything was fine.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't. And I think did we talk about this on air? With like, they should have just made it a hologram and just move on, where he could have walked around him instead.
Oh, that was my ranting. Yeah, I hate how they just Photoshop Han up and down and over his tail. Like, just make the guy a hologram. Like
everything else is a hologram.
He's a fat slug in the desert. He's not going to go outside.
So, counter question then: do you think they brought that? Do you think they added that scene because they wanted to introduce us to Jabba early on, so we didn't have to wait? The time that we need to wait to see him, or do you think they introduced that scene so that we could see Boba Fett, give us the foreshadowing with his camera before walking off?
Column A, column B.
Like they filmed the scene with a stand-in, right? So like I feel like it was just one of those things where like they have this scene filmed and they have the technology with CG at that point. Why not, right?
Because to me, like
in the comic book, if you have the original 1978 Star Wars #1. There is an alien like drawn in. I can't remember quite what he looks like. Kind of looks like a bit like not Walrus Man, but what's the other guys? I know Steve's got all these figures because he's got the Cantina, but I think it's Moss Benede. So what they look like. Does that ring a bell at all?
No.
Okay. Tarkin's helping me out. I know Tarkin's.
Mosep Binid.
Hey, see, I knew what I was talking about. But there is drawings of that, and of course that was drawn in '78, so they knew that there was supposed to be an alien vile gangster. But again, George either ran out of money or ran out of the technology to do it, so or didn't have the technology to do it. So Here
I
we
got
are.
a picture of him.
Yeah, he looks kind of like a hamster with a ponytail sort of thing. It's
Oh,
weird.
yeah.
I remember him a number of times. I don't remember him from originally from in the movie, but then when I saw him, he was like
That's
all
the
over the
dude.
place.
There you go.
I don't
Yeah, he does
I
that.
don't have that figure.
Oh, you don't have him?
Okay.
No,
He's
noted
from
down.
the Black series, 3 3/4 Black
I
series.
do
for
believe they
sure.
made it. So
Yeah, I'm looking
I
at
think I
the
have
action
one.
figure right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got
Well,
too much
boys,
stuff
if you
here.
find it at the comic book shows, I don't have it.
I'm surprised you haven't
Need it?
seen
It
it.
might be.
Yeah.
It might be in the room over here.
Get searching. Get searching in there. It's time for you to go. Get searching.
Yeah, I know exactly where to look.
Okay, so
I always thought it wasn't a needed scene because I think the fact that he kills Greedo, and again we don't need to get deep into this, but the fact he kills Greedo and then jumps off the ship and fucks off out of the Tatooine, that would incite Jabba's anger so much so, right? So that I think it was better knowing that he just like, I'm out of here. I was shooting your best man and I'm gone. That's more of a than
Yeah.
him going up and meeting him before he. Yeah, I didn't. Yeah.
So what about you,
The
Steve?
scene for me, I don't know if it's my turn, but
Yeah, go for it.
That's not.
I'll see myself. Hey, I'm out of practice, fellas.
There's rules
the
now.
Lax Sivrak.
Yeah.
I like the Lax, the original.
Rob's in charge. You
Lax-
said it yourself. If it wasn't for Rob, we wouldn't have a show. And yeah, here you are.
It's the Wild West.
Hey, don't invite chaos if you don't want it. But
Lax
Lax
Sivrak. Yeah, I forgot that he was
You
original.
guys muted me.
No. Can you hear us? I
Unmute.
forgot he was original
Thanks.
too. I thought he was the updated version.
Which guy are we talking about?
That's the Wolfman, right?
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Didn't they take him
Yeah.
out?
They did.
Yeah,
Well,
they
that's what
took
he
him
said.
out. Yeah.
Yeah, they replaced him with some weird elephant guy.
Yeah,
Hmm.
the
On stilts.
pesky guy. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm so happy they brought the Wolfman back for
Yeah.
Skeleton Crew.
Skeleton Crew. Yeah.
With the
Did
glowing
you ever get the
red
figure,
eyes.
Jamie? The 6-inch Black Series?
No,
Did you need it?
kind of.
Oh shit! I saw it the other day for $4.99 in
Oh,
Ross.
Ross.
$4?
Ross.
When things are that cheap,
Ah.
you just have to buy them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
100%, man.
Damn it!
Wow. So Lax Sivrak's your
that's-
answer,
That's
Neil?
That's the call.
Neil?
Yes, that was Anil's answer.
He's
Is he-
frozen
is he-
with
He's
yes.
frozen. He's frozen.
I can't
Frozen.
hear Rob.
It's not a bad thing.
Zing!
Am I
Anyways,
missing something? I don't know what's going
so
on.
no, can you hear us, Neil? First of all, you
Hey,
can't.
Neil,
hear
can you
you.
hear us?
That looks like a no.
I can hear Jamie. I can hear Steve. I cannot hear Rob.
That just sounds like selective hearing.
Yeah,
I
that,
think that's
that,
what it
that
is.
can't be
Yeah.
What
real.
about me?
I can't hear Rob.
That can't be real.
Hang on for a sec. Well, Neil's
There
figuring
we
things
go.
out here. How about that? Does that work?
Hello?
How about now?
I can.
Oh,
We
just
are
like old
totally
times,
Gen
right?
X. This is totally Gen
Yeah.
X. How's
So
technology
one of the
work?
Okay.
things I noticed, which
Yes,
I
go for it,
hadn't-
C3.
Well, I hadn't noticed was one of the things that always is the lack of stuff, and I love it when they go into Mos Eisley and you don't have all the shit going across the screen. I really like the rawness of Mos Eisley, and I'm going to steal two. Why can't I? I'm doing a Jamie. I'm also I'm also going to
Oh,
pick
man.
the troopers when look, sir, droids, that scene when they just see the dewback up on top of the
Yeah.
mountain and it pans across and it's very simple. I can understand they want to make it look as if there's a garrison down there searching for these droids, but the way that they superimpose the flashes on the helmets and the way the helmets looked CG is horrible. So I'm happy to watch it, and that's why I think I watch it so many times, is because it does give me that joy. Not for me to criticize and beat up, but just because it gives me that joy. It's so raw.
And
How
it's,
about you,
it's,
Jamie?
it's like you remember it, right?
Mm.
Mhm.
Yeah,
How about
I love the Death Star battle, like the OG one. Just mostly just what they accomplished. Because like nobody had ever done a sci-fi dogfight before in a movie. So just seeing the original version was so cool. And yeah, I love it every time. Oh,
Sorry,
Yep,
I'm
that's
adjusting.
Rob.
I'm
welcome back.
adjusting myself. I apologize.
Mm.
While you're talking, I didn't want to interrupt.
Not easy to do in that
That-
costume.
Sadly interrupted. Neil, can you hear me now?
I can. What happened?
Awesome.
Hey.
Yeah.
I don't know. I
Okay.
just thought I'd try. Have we tried turning off and on again? So
Yeah.
For
Bass.
me, right off the bat, it was the fanfare. I was really surprised. It sounded different. It sounded. It wasn't as. It wasn't as overly rich as we hear a lot of music nowadays, but it was still powerful, and it just sounded really good. And seeing the 20th century, the font skinny and crooked, the O sort of, it was just the looks of it. It was real. I off the beginning, I was really happy to see that, and being able to go back and look at all these aliens that I forgot were in there, or reappearing. They were in the cantina, and the one we were just talking about here is it Mossip Bedep, or what's his name again?
Yeah,
Mossep Benid. He was like in the cantina, and I'm like, how did I not see him in the cantina after all these years? He's sitting right near the friggin' door.
Mhm.
And then he's walking past Luke as they sold the speeder, and it's just, then there's the alien with 13 eyes in the background, and like,
okay,
Wyo Slia.
Which
Yeah.
what is the
Right?
one?
Did
What
I
is the
say it
one that's
right?
like it looks like
Right
a
sleeve.
sleeve, like an arm.
Yeah.
And it
And
kinda
that thing.
pops
next
up.
to Lax Sevrek.
yeah,
Yeah.
What is that thing?
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's a creature, man.
He's an arm alien.
I used
You
to
guys
remember
call
all this.
yourself fans. What is that?
Ryan finally got his bug face.
He did.
And completed his whole cantina
good.
arrangement. So yeah,
Rob, do you want
great.
a fun fact about the Cantina aliens?
I would love a fun fact. I love Canteen Aliens.
So
Was B.
Rick-
Arthur there?
no,
Oh, okay.
stop talking about B. Arthur all the time. Rick Baker was brought on to, like, after they had filmed the Cantina in the UK. George Lucas wanted to make the Cantina busier with more aliens, so he got Rick Baker to make him and Phil Tippett. He gave him 6 weeks, and he's like, "How many aliens can you crank out?" So like that's where we got the Biff Band from. Was from Rick Baker and Phil Tippett, but he actually, like, just to fill things out. That's why we have like the Devil Guy. That's why we have Lax Sivrak, is because Rick Baker also just had a bunch of monster masks sitting around.
laying
He's like,
around.
you can use these too. The funniest part though is like listening to Rick Baker talk about it. He's like, none of the aliens that we made specifically for A New Hope made it into the final cut. He's using all these old monster masks.
That's hilarious.
Yeah,
They should have
So
just
just-
had Frankenstein in the corner. That would have been.
Yeah, I was just thinking that.
Well, they kind of had
mummy.
they kind of had Dracula, right? It kind of that what's his face, the dude with the horns,
The
horns.
Deveronian.
Yeah, that-
fella.
that's
Deveronian. That's it.
that's
Yeah,
the
he
devil
kind
guy.
of
There was also one that
Yeah.
last night it was just like a skull.
yeah.
Yeah.
In the back corner, right?
Yeah.
Just-
Yeah, so
Yeah.
they ended up cutting out all of the cool new alien, other than the Biths, really,
Yeah.
out of the final cut.
What are your top three Cantina aliens? I'm going to start with Jamie. Top three Cantina aliens.
Oh, I it's Lax Sivrak is number one for me.
Really? I didn't realize number one.
I love him. I know it's just a wolf man, but he's such a part of the Cantina for me.
Mm-hmm.
Like the Bith is number two, and I really like, for some reason, the little bat creature, the little short guy.
Gabby.
That's-
Yeah.
Rabby.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
KB?
that's
KB?
another stock monster that Rick Baker had kicking around. It was this bat demon.
Hose-Nose, what about you? Top three.
Hammerhead.
Yeah, Moman Nadon.
He's my number one for sure. I like the little rat guy, like you said. But there's one in the background where I don't know if he's really a creature, but it's a guy wearing like a full spacesuit. He's got the helmet on and everything.
Oh, he's wearing the
Yeah,
box
shit.
suit.
Yeah, but I always loved that because I was like, oh, that guy's like an astronaut.
Yeah.
Like, again,
There
with
was a
the
couple of
real-world
astronauts in
connection.
there.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, there's straight up a guy wearing the yellow Bosk spacesuit with the
Mhm.
helmet, and then Boshek is he's wearing like a dark jumpsuit, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
black
Yeah.
and white.
Black
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
Uh,
I love that.
And three,
You're
I
gonna
would
make
say
me go and get some of these.
the what's his name? The Durons or whatever, the big bulbous guys.
Duros,
the
yeah.
red-
Duros, yeah.
Duros.
The two
those
guys that
two-
are arguing.
Two guys talking. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's,
Yeah.
around
And actually, I need to
the-
get another. I don't think I've got two of those. I need to get two of those to make them argue.
That's a Cad Bane alien.
yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
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 Hello, weirdos. Welcome to
Hello,
everybody.
Hello.
Speaking of Cantina aliens.
Zing.
Steve, three favorite
Oh,
three favorite
well, you
Cantina
just named a
aliens.
lot of them. I'm gonna have to shove Moftak in there, the furry,
Yeah.
the furry
towels.
abominable little thing with the little wiener nose. He's got to come in there. His little funny little thing. I do like Ratty though. Ratty face, the bat guy is cool. There's so many. I mean, the sisters, they're not really aliens, but the sisters just stand out so much. The twins.
Tanaka or Tanaka
Yeah,
sisters?
I think
But
one
like
was
it just-
smoking the hookah too.
Yeah, the
Oh,
weird dude
yeah.
with the things that come out of his mustache. Yeah, there's so many, Rob. It's so difficult. But to me, the Canteen alien for sure is my number one.
You have an alien. That
I
one, the
have
Bith,
to
right?
put that testicle on my head every time I can get the opportunity. But it's they just stand out so much. But all of the ones you guys mentioned are just, you can see them when you think of the Cantina. But here's the thing: when you go back and watch it again, even watching it the other day, I see things in there for almost like a longer period of time because I'm always you're trying to take it all in, and every time you watch it, you take in something different because you've got a different amount of time and you take it all in. I mean, yeah, there's just so many. You can't forget Bumface, right? And Dr. So I mean, too many. I can't pick.
Well, I
He's
find it
great.
I find it too is kind of cool watching it last night because we're older now. We've seen this so many times, and the lore is so developed and everything, and all these characters have these backstories now or spin-off shows, and it's just like now I'm looking at those background characters intentionally.
Yeah,
right.
exactly.
To see, oh, that's so and so, and that's so and so, and that's so.
Exactly. And there's a couple of the Greedos in there. There's a couple of Rhodians in there. You know, which one was Greedo? But yeah, it's such a cool scene. It's so, and you talk about character building or just building the environment. It's it's so good, so good.
Yeah.
Neil, your turn.
You can't hear us.
I can hear everybody but Hose Nose. I don't know why.
Oh, it's the new guy. That's why. That's why.
Selectivity.
I've been trying to like figure out what Hose Nose is saying based on
just by my
various...
hand gestures.
Oh, now I can hear you. Yeah. Well, I saw when you were describing this guy.
Hammerhead?
Yeah, not Hammerhead.
The Duro.
Yeah, that's it. I like because it's just so weird. Wyoslia because of the crazy eyes. Call him Crazy Eyes Killer. But that one's such a weird one. I don't think they ever made a figure of that, right, Steve?
No, they did.
They did.
Which one?
Yeah.
Which one? I can't hear now. What?
Yeah. No, that's the one that Ryan Dole just got this weekend to finish his whole
Bug
Cantina.
Eyes. Yeah, Bug Eyes. Woos and Legally. Yeah, that's the one I needed, and Jamie gave it to Ryan.
Yes, I feel shame.
The other two I would go with is, I mean, he's not in the Cantina, but Cantina adjacent right outside is Garen Dan, the sellout, the little snitch. But the other one is such a weird one that you got to really look in the corners is and I'm gonna get the name wrong, so you guys help me out. But Kid Dak.
I know who you're talking about too.
Wow.
The praying mantis.
You okay, Neil? You having a seizure?
Kid. What is it?
I don't.
Just keep trying. You'll get there.
Yeah, try it again.
Yeah.
Kid Gak.
I think you were closer that time.
Kit Kat?
I have no idea.
Kit Kat,
He looks like the giant praying mantis, right? Like what a weird.
Oh
thing.
yeah.
Oh
I
yeah,
love
the
how you could have
mantis.
just said praying mantis. We would have
Yeah.
figured it out by then.
The hell was that thing? That had to be a Rick Baker cast off from like some insect giant monster.
Probably.
Had to be. Because
Yeah.
why the hell would there be a giant praying mantis in the corner? I don't know.
Yeah, because it's Star Wars.
Because it's Star Wars.
Okay.
But yeah, that one's. But what was the name of the dude? He kind of looks like Bosk, but he wasn't. He's not a Trandoshan, but he's.
Oh,
in the
yeah.
space.
Oh, it
What's
starts
that
with
right?
starts with an F.
Felton.
No.
This is
Oh,
perfect.
I haven't got him either, Jamie. Just so you know.
If you get Feltepern to Berg.
Felt pen?
You know,
Faz. It's Faz something.
Hey, because of the 500th
Faz.
episode, I used to do this all the time. I'll be back in 33 seconds.
It's
Okay,
Faz.
there
It's
you go.
Faz something.
He just left, so I've got a whole bunch of stuff here I'm going to
Yeah.
show. So
Those
let me-
dudes are everywhere in the animations lately. They're always
Yeah.
walking by the streets.
I dig this one here.
That's
Sorry.
the dude with the glowing eyes you see first, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. I love
Yeah,
that
it's
guy.
got that.
Alien Arcona species?
I didn't recognize Bim. The Biths and Brizit. So there you go, Chadrafan.
There he is.
Mhm,
I
mhm.
thought
This
that
guy.
was Cabby. Yeah, that's it. These are the aliens. Sorry, there's
There he goes.
and there's your Wolfman.
What's his name?
That was Laxivrak.
Oh, Neil's back,
Calfaz.
and he's
And then we had the Devorians. So this is one's just the aliens they're talking about. There's
Yeah.
the
There's
screen
Skull.
face,
Ghostface.
Yeah.
ghost face.
Yeah.
Yeah, they made action figures of him,
Yeah.
Godel, and they're having fun together, dating. They're a favorite of Thorian, and there's another skull in the background
Oh.
you can see there.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
what
that
you're
was the one
talking
I was
about.
talking about. That
Yeah.
was the one I was talking about.
Oh, that
Keep going,
guy's
keep going.
creepy.
Scroll down a bit more.
This
There
is
we
There's
go.
arm guy.
Lamproid.
That's what I
Yeah.
was talking about.
Anil,
Lamproid.
Yes.
was it Calfaz?
It's Calfaz. This
Yeah.
is one.
Yeah.
Hang on,
I
sorry,
don't
I
have
gotta go
that one
back. I'm
either.
not looking at what you guys are doing here. Sorry.
Neil's holding up
Neighbor
an
and
action
Leeds. I
figure.
forgot Neighbor and Leeds. Oh wait, that's
Yeah.
not Neighbor and Leeds. Who's that?
Hey,
Oh, I like
sorry, I'll go back to this then. All right, sorry, we're all over the place here. Give me a second.
Calfaz.
That's the guy with 4 arms, right? The gas mask
Yes,
guy?
this is
Yeah,
the
he
one with
came in
the
a white-
forearms.
And a silver outfit.
I really dig that style.
Yeah,
I never
that was
noticed
He's
the
got
head,
four
though.
arms.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and there's the one you were talking about that looks
There
like
you
the
go.
Jabba in the comic book.
He looks a little bit like Gary Oldman.
Who knows? It probably is. That guy's a great actor.
He's method. This was later in the
Yeah,
the
that's
show.
special.
Yeah, get rid of
That's
that
that
guy.
elephant guy.
We don't
Get rid of
want
that
him.
guy. Oh,
Hey,
there's
that's
the
Pink Lady. Ryan.
Yeah.
There's Pink Lady.
That's, Jamie, that's the Pink Lady I keep telling
Yeah.
you about.
Oh, I knew
Yeah.
as soon as you said Pink Lady, I'm like, yeah,
Yeah.
I got you 100%.
Lisa Serlin.
Yeah.
I think I have her autograph. Pam Rose.
I can't. I think there's a little Ranat,
Yeah.
as they say.
Yeah.
Greedo, of course. This guy.
I got him. Yeah, he's cool.
Yeah, I forgot what his name is. Like, I have it.
Straight
here.
out of Star
Sure.
Trek.
He looks
Jasper
one. Yeah,
Ford.
say he looks like one of the original aliens from Star Trek.
Yeah.
Does he?
I was just
Yeah,
thinking the same
the
thing.
big brain guys. That,
Oh,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
Jazz Fuhrer.
Jazz Pure.
Not to be
Yeah.
confused with Grant Fuhrer.
Great
This is
boy.
a new
That's the new
one.
guy.
New
Sarkhan.
one, yeah.
Pass on
Yeah, get rid
him.
of that.
There he
Sorry.
is.
That guy.
Yeah. So this is one of the boss looking dude.
Transdoshans.
Yeah. There's
Yeah, that's Calfaz. Yeah.
that's Laxivrak right there. Hang on, that's Laxivrak. Is there
Yeah,
two
yeah.
I think they're
Wolfmans?
saying the
Yeah.
they're saying the species names. That's why I'm confused.
Yeah, these are the species name.
Yeah, yeah.
And then Brain
Third
Dude,
brain guy.
Whoa.
Brainy dude. Yeah.
Cinetine. Well, there was a Snivian. I don't know why they didn't put a picture from the
Hmm.
movie. He was all over the place. There's the skull face
Yeah.
that you're looking at.
Right,
It's
yep.
spookier in the dark.
That's
Here it just
freaky.
looks like grandma at the old folks home.
Wow.
It's like Coco.
I love you, Grandma.
There's a towel.
There's
Muftak.
With that.
Muftak.
There's
Yeah,
a
Chewie,
stick poking
obviously.
out.
There he is.
There's your praying mantis right there, and no
That
name.
is a praying mantis. They've actually
Yeah.
got a picture of a praying
It's a
mantis.
flat out praying. Yes, that's from the movie. They just went to the backyard.
Yeah.
And there's someone does- and then you got Jack Black. That's the other alien you have right
Yeah.
there. So yeah, he's amazing. So but
Darren
yeah,
something. What is he named?
I
Bombad?
dug. I don't know if you guys remember this. I'm going to unshare this one.
Yeah.
I
don't
don't
know.
know if you guys remember. It wasn't like Boshek. Love Boshek, but there
Yeah.
was this one human. He would sit in the front door, and he had like the biggest like bald head with a lot of. He had that 70s haircut where
Yeah, he
should be
looked-
doing a comb over, but he's
He looked like the
miserable
dude
looking.
from the holiday special that pours the drink in the top of his head.
Oh, you're talking. Well, no, I know
No, he
you're
looks
talking
like
about
him,
Harry
though.
Corman, but
But
this
honestly,
guy
it looks
looked
like him.
miserable. He had this horseshoe hairstyle
Yeah.
that you have, but it was still a little bit high, so he was still kind of not just shaving it off, sort of thing. But his hair, he was like his name was Dibnoli, and he just looked miserable in the cantina. I kind of
Pretty
dug
hot.
him for some reason. It was hot, but I liked him, and I also did as I mentioned, Boshek. Boshek was one of my favorite guys in that cantina.
Yeah. We
So-
should do it. They should do a spin-off on one of these spin-off animations. They should do a spin-off in the story of Boshek. That'd
We
be
need more Boshek in our lives.
Yeah.
I think that'd be awesome.
fun. Yeah.
I
Oh,
think-
and
I
Mayo,
think in the comics.
the Cyclops. Mayo was awesome as
Yeah.
well. I always dig a Mayo, but that book, Tales from the for the Cantina, was great. You hear all the stories about Anik Jericho, the little guy with the things that come out of his cheeks and stuff. He was a vampire or something. There were some
Isn't that
great stories in
funny?
that book.
Yeah, he was freaky, man. He's
Yeah.
freaky even as an action figure. He's freaky.
Well, he's smoking his hookah in the. He's known as the guy who's smoking the hookah
That's actually body parts in there.
Is that what it was?
I don't know. It sounds creepy though, right?
Yeah, I don't know. That makes sense though. I'd buy that for $1. So, by the way, weirdos are digging a caution for the podcast. You should do a podcast. You should do a podcast, but you have to act like a character you're dressed as.
Hey, you missed the entrance. We acted like our characters.
You missed Steve's glorious entrance. So, all right. So we talked about some of the things. We typically like to talk about some of our favorite points in the movie. So what are some iconic moments from Star Wars that will just live in your brain forever until the end of time? I'll start with Jamie. Something that just grabs you even to this day.
There's
I know there's 1,000.
Yeah.
So.
And I thought about it beforehand just in case it came up, but like even just there's small moments in the Death Star battle at the end, like in the X-Wing versus TIE fighter stuff. Even just like the scene that got me this time, and it's mostly because like a lot of the time the music pairs up so well with what's happening on the screen,
right?
That it adds so much extra weight. Even just the scene at the very end when Luke's doing his trench run, and he hears Obi-Wan tell him like, "Dude, just let go," and then finally he just says, "Okay, fine," turns off his targeting computer. It slides back and you see him just like get set. And like he's shot in profile in that scene. So you really see like just like the determination on his face along with the music, like the score going along with that scene is amazing.
Yeah. Hosnose, what about you?
One that really always stuck with me was when Han first introduced himself. That whole interaction with him and Obi-Wan. And when he's so cocky and everything, he's like every time I see that, I just stop. I recite it back and forth. I do the whole scene by myself. But just, you really get a sense of that character right off the bat and how cocky he is and arrogant and he's this kind of scoundrelly guy. And I love that interaction. And then of course, Luke's there being a whiny little bitch about, I could fly that. All right. So.
You bet I could. I'm not such a bad pilot myself. I don't want to sit here and listen to this.
Yeah.
That was really good.
I always love that scene.
Harrison Ford's so good. He's just he seems like a whole different level of actor in this movie. Him and James Earl Jones. James Earl Jones's voice work is just I forgot how awesome it was, and just listening to it the first time, and it's not as amplified as you see in the remakes, and it's just like it's coming out of every sound speaker in the building. It's bold but still threatening. Yeah. So, but Harrison Ford was so good. Yeah. Space Hindu, Anil.
Well, because we've been listening to the soundtrack literally every day in the car, nothing gets me more than Twin Suns, Luke staring out, and the music. That's every time, unbelievable.
Yeah.
But when it's kind of revisionist history, and I don't know, it's funny how we're in a time where if you have a female lead or heroine, it's like woke or some garbage. But man, Princess Leia is so awesome, and I never thought of her as like, oh, why is this this female actor being a hero or anything like that. She was just incredible. And when I watch, after watching Andor and seeing what they did to Bix, with all the torture stuff, to think that they now I apply that to what they would have probably done to Leia, and then her to be so strong in the Death Star after. It's just Princess Leia is just another level of like she's my hero in that movie now. It's just a weird thing that how our perspectives shift over time as you start exposing yourself to other stuff. But yeah, that's it was always Luke for me, right? Luke was always my number one. And then it's just shifted to that's Princess Leia's movie to me. I don't know. It's funny.
Steve 3.
Do we get a couple of these, or we just got to pick one?
Well, we'll do a couple rounds. Yeah. Except for you. You get one.
I agree. I totally agree with you, Anil. The Twin Suns and the music that gets played while she's staring out is great. But the bit before that, I'm laughing at because all I can see when he's walking up towards that beautiful moment is all I can in my head. All I can hear is is Lucas going, okay, now get really pissed off and now kick the stone. And it just seems really overacted and pissed offness. And that's all I can see before that beautiful moment. But I think one of the scenes that stands off for me that I can always hear is the moment it cuts to Leia putting the plans into R2. And I can always hear R2's, I hear it every time. And because it cuts from something dramatic and it just cuts to her. And you hear R2 doing that scene is, I don't know what it is about it. The coloring of it, the way that I even have a friggin' Christmas ornament of that scene in the corridor of her bent down, putting the disc into R2. I don't know why, but that scene is one that just really stands out for me. I can't wait for it to come on. It just gets me every time. It's awesome.
I'm going to talk about the banter and that Han Solo has with the other guy in the detention center after they've blown the whole place up. I love the comedy in this movie because it's not in your face and slapsticky, but it's enough to ease the tension a little bit and just kind of demonstrate they're just kind of winging it at this point. But he's just like, oh, everything's fine. How are you? It's just that whole bit is just fantastic. And it gives the appreciation for Harrison Ford. It also surprised me because later on, when they're putting their clothes back on, Harrison's shirt is very yellow.
Yeah, very yellow.
I was surprised how yellow Han Solo's shirt was. And then when he wears the Stormtrooper belt, which I forgot about, and it's just like, that thing's bright white. And it's just like, was his shirt always yellow? And they're like, yeah, it was. It was yellow before they went into the compactor. So I thought at first it was like, is it just dirty? Or no, that's the color. That's
Steve has a question, Rob. Steve has a question. He has his hand
I
up.
know. I'm ignoring him for a sec. I was just, yes, Steve, how can I help you?
So when you say putting their clothes back on, I don't think they're putting their clothes back on. They would have had those clothes on underneath those things. Otherwise, where the hell was their duffel bag?
Yeah, where was their clothes?
I was thinking that automatically because it was just like,
I think they were brushing off the wetness and became totally dry again after being submerged in people's poop.
There are four members here who put on armor. Now, you don't wear a vest underneath this thing. You're not wearing some sort of karate gi or diaper or whatever. So I was just like, I always kind of left that question alone in my head. Like, how are they getting changed?
It's not that kind of a movie, Rob.
You know what we should
apparently
do?
Isn't. You look at Steve here.
We should try it. We should try it as a test, and we should see someone dresses Han, someone dresses Luke, and see if they can get in their TK.
Trip steps into the chat. Hello, sir. He says Han could only afford one shirt. He was dripping with sweat. So
yeah, he's not leaving that behind on the Death Star. That's a good shirt.
He's not Lando. He doesn't have a wardrobe full of shirts.
That's true.
And even Lando steals his shirt. So in Empire Strikes Back,
he only had one extra. Lando stole it.
Okay, Jamie, your turn. Around the horn.
Okay.
Hang on. I'll do it ASMR for you, by the way.
No. Why?
Cheers.
No. This time around, I tried watching for kind of smaller acting moments. And like going back to Harrison Ford, one thing that really got me this time was the scene post Death Star escape, him and Leia. And just again, this is testament to Harrison Ford's acting, just how shook Leia had him when he's laying his bit on his cocky guy bit, and she's talking about the next step, and he's like, I'm out of here. Like you're paying me. I'm not in this for your revolution. I'm not in it for you. I expect to be well paid. And she fires back and says, if money's all you love, then that's what you'll receive. And then she walks out and like shits on him to Luke. But like watching Harrison Ford act in that scene with after he's done his lines, like he acted it in such a way where she actually got to him, and she rattled him a bit, because then he launches into, okay, maybe she's worth my attention. I don't know. What do you think, Luke?
Yeah,
princess on a guy like me. But like he rolls into like kind of digging at Luke when it's clear that Luke is maybe having eyes for her, but she rattled him, and I loved watching his acting in that scene. It was really good.
He knew in that scene as well. He kept calling her sister. He knew.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah, Steve. Quickly, just going back to yours. This is one I did recently. I had to. So I
Ah.
had to do the Obi-Wan version of that scene.
Oh, that's good.
I just had the opportunity with R2 one day.
Take your
I love
finger out
that.
that hole, Jamie.
No, I'm giving him plans.
Are you touching his? Is you touching his finger, or has he actually got a slot for a card?
Where on the
I don't
action
know, it's
figures
not
does
that
the
kind of
bad man
movie.
touch you?
Hose Nose, your turn.
Well, one that always for me I loved as a kid was when they're trying to escape the TIE fighters and they jump into the gunner seats on the Falcon.
Dun, 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 dun,
Just-
dun, dun,
Yeah,
dun.
exactly. The music, the tension. As a kid, being like, "Oh, that'd be so awesome to sit in that seat and just be like letting loose." I always
Mm.
loved that. So just seeing that every time, and like you said, the music, it's so well
Yeah.
done. Every
Yeah.
scene, yeah, it was great.
My brain gets melted in that scene, though. Every
Oh,
time,
yeah.
as enjoyable as it is, I'm trying to figure out how the hell do these
how
guns
that
work?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
how they're basically facing straight up and straight down when they're sitting in the seat, right? It's weird.
Right.
Yeah.
It's so weird. And like, let's not go there because my brain's already gone there. Don't
How
do it.
does
Move
how
on.
does the
It's-
false gravity work in that ship?
It's
I
the
don't-
Force.
Yeah.
Same way the lightsabers work. It's not that kind of movie.
I think the science works. It has its own little gravity field inside that gunner seat. I remember reading that somewhere, and so
Mm.
they're able to sit upside down or right side up or something like that. Yeah, but it's really cool. The banter back and forth too. It
I
takes
love it.
away from this traditional Hollywood stuff. And it's great shot, kid. Don't get cocky.
Okay,
And I was like, when I was a kid, cock. Oh, he said cock. Oh, it's a naughty word.
God.
So my
remember
dad's like,
that.
no, that just means you're full of yourself or so. Anil.
Every time I watch it now, every single one of those, every single X-wing pilot, I'm always thinking about every little person in the background and what is their backstory. I find that, every one of those pilots when they're going in on their run and all that, Gold Leader, Dutch, and all those guys, and I guess again, this is a product of watching Rogue One and Andor and all that, and thinking, what did the Empire do to each one of those guys to get them into that cockpit and go against impossible odds against the Empire? So I just, that's the beauty of Star Wars. It's just like you can find that one character and then there's some whole, if there's no backstory, you can go make it. That's what we did as kids, right? And that's why we love the Cantina guys and all that. I was actual specific scene though, I find myself glued to looking at every little thing in the corner, especially like, for example, when they're in the sandcrawler and you're seeing all those droids and things and all that mess and, again, set deck masterpiece, right? It's just so cool to see all this. Yeah, there you go. Gonk droid, all that. Like Treadwell, what's that guy, CX7, who looks like a bit of like an insect-looking robot?
Yeah.
There's just so many cool little things in every little nook and cranny that, again, that attention to detail, just masterpiece.
They should have done a book called Droids of the Sandcrawler, because there was some droids in there, and later on you see that weird, it almost looked like a smiling droid. It had the weird face. He would sit there and kind of jiggle a little bit in there.
Yep.
But you see him later on after the cantina scene, and I'm like, is that the same dude? He got away? And I just would have loved to hear some of their stories, R5's stories, Treadwell's story, all that sort of stuff.
All the droids are built for a certain purpose, and there's plenty that look the same.
Yeah.
Well, the cool thing too about the Jawas, and we talked about this with the ships, is just that the ship episode is just the crawler is so amazing.
It is.
As a almost like a character of its own, but how they also played with the scale because the Jawas are so small.
Mm-hmm.
And this thing is so freaking massive. I don't know. It just reminded me of that. I love
It was
that
weird
bit.
seeing an adult-sized Jawa at one point. He was tall. He was a tall, lanky. Trip also says Porkins is the goat and wonders what his Andor moment was. I don't know. It was when they shut the buffet down in Alderaan or something like that.
Yikes.
I just don't think it was very nice of them to play such a trick on him all the time, telling him to eject. into space.
Eject!
They just want to get rid of him.
Malcolm says Porkins has been kicked out of the Imperial Navy for not meeting the fitness requirements regarding his flying ability. Hey, you never know. The Imperial Navy has fitness requirements.
That's his Andor moment. Okay.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
his Andor moment.
all kidding aside, is there any backstory on Porkins?
There's
Have
got to be.
anybody-
I'm sure there is.
I can
was
check
sup-
his. I can check the back of his figure card and see what it says.
Speaking of Andor, he was supposed to make an appearance in Andor. I remember specifically. Remember, Anil, when we were collecting those Topps digital cards, he was in one of them, and you can kind of see the same helmet design, and he was running in the background. And I remember seeing that, and I was just like, "Oh, is Porkins making an appearance?"
Well, I
So-
think
He
he was. The
Batman,
backstory I
wasn't he?
remember is he was an FBI agent, and he looked after a lot of artifacts that were discovered and locked into Area 51.
he also had to deal with Batman, as Neil
Yeah.
said too.
Yeah.
Yep.
And at one
Well,
time he was
Deckard.
actually an
Deckard.
intern. He was an
Deckard,
intern
that's right.
for the Doctor from Flash Gordon at one point.
Yeah.
Zarkov, he was an
That's
intern
right.
for
I
him.
forgot about that.
You know, he had a name that you could have just been. Forget Jack Porkins. He could have been. His real name is Hootkins.
Well, yeah.
William Hootkins.
Hootkins.
They could have gone with Jack Hootkins instead of fat shaming him, but I don't know.
Steve 3 iconic scenes for you.
I think one that's a really good turning point where we really find out how much shit they're going to get into is when Luke turns up in the speeder back to the homestead, and you see it come around the corner, and you see him glide in, and you see him looking, and then it just focuses, and the music changes, and his face changes, and then all I can think of at that time is that's it. Shit's going down now, man. It's on, and this is where the movie starts. And that scene, to me, I love it. I love seeing him jump onto this land speeder from the sandcrawler. I love that bit. I love the way he steps onto it and you see it bounce. I was like, how do they do that? It must be real,
Yeah.
right? I love it. And I've even got this here with me now because I love it so much. Because it bounces just the way it does in that scene. I love it. And then when he turns up and everything from that moment changes. I love that scene. I love that scene.
Do you guys find it hilarious when C-3PO is driving the land speeder for whatever reason?
I keep forgetting that's him driving because he's like, step on it or something. Like, oh yeah,
Hit the
C-3PO 's driving.
accelerator.
Yeah.
Hit the accelerator. I want to throw what was I going to talk about here? The trash compactor scene or the trash smasher scene. I keep forgetting. They keep calling it shut down all the garbage smashers.
disposal.
No,
Yeah.
they call it garbage smashers.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, and it just keeps throwing me off because I've always known it as the trash compactor, but it's a garbage smasher, and he's just yelling it. And it's a great scene because not only do you have everybody just working together, or Han just thinking he can blast the door, and Chewie being a coward and stuff like that, but also like C-3PO was like, oh, they're dying R2, and they're just celebrating.
That's
you
my
know?
mental body.
Yeah.
And
That's a great
also-
comedy.
And the Minoc is so cool. Like I remember that I had the set, the whole
it's not a
set
Minoc.
with the trash compactor.
Dianoga.
It's a
Dianoga, sorry,
Dianoga.
yes, Dianoga.
Minox
thank
the
you.
flying bastards.
Yes, they're cousins, I guess. But the Dianoga being in there and the eye popping up. And one thing I noticed, I never noticed in watching this movie, is the sound effects of when it goes down. It has that old Hanna-Barbera squish sound. Is wah.
Yeah.
I don't know how to describe it, but when you hear it, it reminds you of every 70s cartoon.
Rob,
But
do you remember seeing it in Batu next to the toilets?
Yes, I did remember seeing that. But you also didn't. Oh no, I was thinking when you went to Obi-Wan, Rancho Obi-Wan. That was the Sarlacc pit in the toilet, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry, wrong one there. But it was just cool to see all that, and everything seems so rubbery as well, which was kind of neat. They fell in this compactor, and it's just everything's rubber and kind of bendy.
Styrofoam.
Did you notice that Leia's belt snaps off and is just hanging down past her knees? At one
No,
point?
I didn't notice that.
Go back and watch it, man. There's one point where
I have
her beautiful silver belt is just snapped off and just hanging down.
It must have been unfortunate for Carrie when she was acting to be dressed in white and be wet. And so I know there's the whole story about her having to cover everything up in a certain way, and there's no bras in space or something like that. It was just like, but it's just like, it was funny of everybody just kind of working together, and Chewie just chickening out the entire time.
Yeah,
you know,
entire
just get him
time.
out of here.
Absolutely shitting his
Yeah.
pants. Yeah.
Maybe he's claustrophobic.
I'm not. It's
It
like
must
it's
be-
like B.A. Baracus being afraid to fly to me.
It's probably a
Yeah.
backstory in Dying
I get
Ogres.
on no plane, Hannibal.
I just did to hear your Mr. T impression.
Yeah.
All right, one more round, Jamie.
Oh, I mean, the one that always gets me is just Leia's full hologram speech when they find Obi-Wan. Just getting the whole speech and the music and everything like that, man.
It just takes me back to that YouTube video that came out though, where it's the stripper pole, and it's a Twi'lek on the stripper pole doing the dance, and they cut it into them looking at each other, and that's all I can see every time I see it now.
Wow, way to ruin my beautiful scene.
I know, right? I know.
He's uninhibited right now.
Yeah.
It's a great scene. It sets up so much when we think about Star Wars now and how far we've gone. It's just like everything started with that, and it's so iconic, it's so beautiful, and it's well presented. Like Carrie Fisher presents it very well. I appreciate it. So, Hose Nose.
Well, I'm gonna go with the trench run, leading right up to the whole dramatic moment of the torpedo going in, and just the tension that they're building with the Death Star is going to clear the planet in like 3 seconds or whatever, and then the powering of the everything, just like all those elements coming together, just like still to this day gets me like amped up, just like, oh shit, it's gonna happen, they're all gonna die.
Tarkin's side profile. So good.
Yeah. And he's like, you expect me to escape now? Right.
Yeah.
Do you think that guy booked it? The guy who's like, they're
yeah.
not listening to me. I'm getting out of here.
Yeah.
Anil.
Basically every line that Alec Guinness delivers.
Every single one.
Every single one. But again, when that movie, when you watch it on its own, we had so many questions, and a lot of them have been answered, but then there's more weight when you do get to these scenes in the original. Again, there's just so much weight to every line now when you know the backstory behind that one little thing that he says, like, there's a name I haven't heard in a long time, or I knew your father, and all that stuff. Just every single line, there's just so much extra attached to it. I don't know about you guys, but the last time that I did what I do really remember watching Star Wars was I did the whole thing where I watched Andor season 1 and 2, immediately went into Rogue One, and then immediately watched New Hope. And when you kind of watch it like that, it's just a masterpiece, and I don't know, that gets me every time. Like if I can get the time to do that whole arc, and I plan on doing that at least once a year now, because it's just such a masterpiece when you put it all together. But yeah, everything that Alec Guinness says, it's just magic. Love it.
C3.
I love it when Luke's doing his training on the Falcon, and Han Solo's just watching. You could see him there cracking up in the seat when he's getting hit and all the rest of it. And he says, "You don't believe in the Force, do you?" And he gives that great line about hokey religions and no match for a blast.
Ancient weapons
and no that. But that whole scene is great because at the end of it, you see Luke connect to 3 of the shots, and Han's kind of like, I call it luck, but you can see he's taken aback. He's like, hang on a minute. But yeah,
he's surprised.
Yeah, exactly. It takes him by surprise. Like, maybe, I don't know, but then it just makes me go to Force Awakens, and then listening to his speech. Right? I've seen it all. It's all true. It's like, that one, yeah.
You don't believe in the Force, the thing that I only learned about a day ago. I'm a hardcore believer.
Now you're just going to go into Robot Chicken. No, Family Guy. Family Guy does that one, right?
One.
Does it?
Yeah.
Han's got so many like just beautiful, just magic moments where he just like, just making faces or just little hand gestures and stuff.
Yeah.
Again, master Harrison Ford as an actor, right?
looking at Harrison Ford Han in that scene, it reminded me, and I know this is going to create groans, but the holiday special cartoon. So with the Boba Fett cartoon, the way they drew Han Solo's face so long and like that, but when I look at Han in this scene, I'm like, oh, that is kind of how it is. His face is very long, his nose is very long, his features, and I can see how they caricaturized his face in the cartoon, how Nelvana did that, and so I kind of see it now. It's pretty interesting. So we got Paula in the chat here. Hello, Generation X-Wing. If you've watched the trailer for the Mall Shadows, do you and your friends think that Pink Twilight become Darth? I don't know anything about Darth Talon. We're focusing on Star Wars today here, but thanks for joining us.
Wait till it starts in a couple of weeks, and then we'll get back to that.
Exactly.
But I do.
It's a little bit too much of a plan, but hey, if it happens, I'm there for it.
You never know. I do want to mention, speaking of Han again, the scene where he comes in out of the blue and just helps saves the day, and the Yahoo and Darth Vader's what? It's just a great what, and everybody's looking left and right, and I should ask our TIE pilot if you can see anything looking up in the corners there, but
little skylight.
Is there a skylight? Okay, I'll trust you on that one.
Did you guys do this as a kid when you first got to see Star Wars, not in the theater, but on either VHS or DVD? Pause the heck out of it just to see a little bit of David Prowse's eye in the red visor, whatever, the goggles. I don't know.
And some of the TIE pilots, you can see through their goggles.
Just see that little bit of an eye. You're like, who is that? Like
that's a person.
Exactly. We're running out of time here, but so I want to give anybody if we've gone 2 hours. I think that's
2
awesome.
hours? Holy shit!
And it's one of those movies I think we could. I think we could talk longer. Jamie,
it's like we like this movie or something.
I want to ask Jamie if you found when you were doing research, what's one thing that just kind of blew your mind that you did not know about a movie we've been watching for 50 years? Anything that stood out to you, or just anything you want to share with the class today?
Oh, damn it. I have a whole list, so I'm going to try and pare it down. I didn't know that George Lucas actually sought out the rights to Flash Gordon.
Oh,
that he meant to make a Flash Gordon movie, and he couldn't get the IP.
Okay.
And it's shades of Indiana Jones beforehand when him and Spielberg tried to get the rights to James Bond.
Did I not mention that?
That I didn't.
My Flash Gordon reveal.
You might have. I think you did.
Maybe, I don't know.
Thanks for listening, Jamie.
The movie was so bad, though, that maybe we've...
Get out of here. That's not a bad movie. Get out of here. And Porkins was in it, so screw you.
He was in, yeah, that's right. We just said that. Sorry, I forgot.
Ah,
He was the guy that went, Dave! Right? That was him?
Get out of here. You're fired. Take yourself out. Take yourself out. Jamie's in charge.
There we go.
That was Brian Blessed.
Who's going to post this?
It's
Anything else,
live,
Jamie?
Neil.
What?
I mean, editing shit. Anything else, Jamie?
Oh, yeah.
Give a couple more here.
Mostly just how much influence Marsha Lucas had just over not only the editing, but like she was a huge proponent of the Force being in the movie. When Lucas was screening the movies for his friends, and his friends being like Francis Ford Coppola, Steven Spielberg, Brian De Palma was basically screaming at him like, the movie would be great, you just got to take out the stupid Force thing. And Marsha Lucas was like, he doesn't know what he's talking about, leave that shit in. And George Lucas had actually started cutting the movie to remove references to the Force.
Really?
And Marsha Lucas came back from working on a friggin' Martin Scorsese movie to be like, what did you do? And started cutting it back in.
Huh.
And then,
unsung hero right there.
And let me tell you about midichlorians.
Yeah. And apparently Obi-Wan was not supposed to die on the Death Star.
Really?
In the original script, he made it out with them. And he, in the scene where Luke's in the X-Wing over the Death Star, it's Obi-Wan talking to him over the radio. So like those lines were there the
Mm.
whole time with Obi-Wan being in the war room with Leia.
Interesting.
So how is
Marsha
he
Lu-
supposed to die in the end then?
Don't know.
Wow, that would be interesting to find
yeah,
out.
it
What
was-
the-
It was
Coronary.
Marsha Lucas's suggestion to kill him on the Death Star
Yeah,
to create tension and risk.
that's
yeah.
so much better.
And then she's
Yeah.
like, and then you can kind of make the Force a little more magical
Mm.
by having him, speak to him from beyond the grave,
Yeah.
basically.
And it gives really Luke another reason to really hate Darth Vader. Taking
100%.
everything away from
yeah.
him. Yeah.
When you kill a main character and you create tension and risk, right?
Yeah.
Like, oh, are they going to kill anybody else? Nobody has plot armor at that point.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is funny. Neil couldn't hear any of what Jamie said. Apparently, hang on.
Around, yeah.
Jamie's out.
There you go.
You
Damn
keep
it.
screwing around with the screens and it keeps messing everything up. Just stop moving stuff around.
I'm trying to fix things. here.
Yeah.
Trying to fix things.
Yeah.
We're almost
did-
wrapping it up here. So you're just going to hear the three of us out of.
Did anybody else as I'm going to admit this as a kid, get confused on
I
certain
need
things?
subtitles.
Like what?
Well, when speaking of Obi-Wan dying, I didn't realize he died when the robe just fell. I didn't get it. And this is one that's very embarrassing. But as a kid, I never realized that those were the skeletons of Owen and Beru.
I
Oh.
never saw it until much
I
later
never
in my life.
pieced it together. I
Really?
don't know what. Yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe I had
same. Same.
Maybe I had like the Christian edited version where they kept that out. I don't know.
No skeletons.
Do you just
Yeah.
think it was like the dogs or something? Or
No, it was just
I-
smoke and just rubble.
Yeah.
I'm in the same spot because
Okay,
I did
good.
not see skeletons till in my adult life. I'm
I
like,
wasn't the only slow kid. All right, good.
Yeah. Well, I'm not saying slow. Thank you.
I am.
I'm from Canada, eh?
Oh, I'm out of drink.
you guys are
Put me in the
idiots.
special class. Thank you, Jamie. I wanted to add one thing to that because one scene that everybody keeps talking about that I never heard until today was the two stormtroopers talking to each other. Well, Kenobi's turning down the
tractor beam.
turn down the what? But I turned down the tractor beam.
Turn
So-
off tractor beam.
Turn down the what? And so they're saying something like, "Had you've seen the T-16 or something like that?" Yeah, it's some other guys were talking about it. They say it's quite a thing to see. And immediately I wrote down Aaron, our friend Aaron Lutch, because I think he says that to me in casual talk once in a while. Thing to see.
And you
What-
never really pieced this together?
Everybody keeps talking that was something that they said, and I just don't. It doesn't. I don't watch it enough to pay attention, and then I was like, "Oh, that's the scene they're talking about."
Yeah.
They also
It's oh, sorry,
they do it-
Steve.
well, see, they do a throwback to that in Rogue One too, where there's a
I
couple
think
of
that
guys
was-
standing around and they're talking
Yep.
about the new what's
Yes.
that thing?
VT-16s.
Oh, we lost Anil.
He had enough.
Yeah, the
He
thing
had
with
enough.
that scene is that they turn around too quickly. Like they turn back around to the way they were. Wait, and Obi-Wan
Yeah.
just stepped out. It's like they stepped out, and you'd think someone would say, "Don't turn yet." Okay, now turn.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
that's the easiest direction they could put him. But they
100%.
turn quickly. And Obi-Wan's like, "Oh, skipping out of the way with his
Yeah.
flapping
Do, do, do,
everywhere."
do. Yeah.
I like there are some good things about the special editions. One of them is they actually add like a bang noise
Mm.
when he gestures. Because
Yeah.
in the original cut, there's nothing. He just goes like that and they look. But yeah.
But
He's
two
not
of you-
very good
Fair.
at stealth.
But
Yeah.
two of you guys wear actual stormtrooper armor. They don't have peripheral.
Nah.
They're not great at all. But I honestly, he turns around so he looks at the dude that stood right next to him, and you know damn well he'd be able to see this big brown cloak flapping off in the wind.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, Obi-Wan waits to leave until they turn back towards him.
Yeah.
Wait till
He
comes back.
steps out, the guy turns,
Yeah.
and then he runs away.
Yeah.
So funny. So funny.
I also didn't notice. I didn't notice like when the tractor beam's pulling in the Falcon. There's two stormtroopers standing at the base there, watching it go in, and they're wearing jetpacks or something,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
space suits or
Or like
something.
air tanks or
Space
something.
troopers.
That's
Yeah.
so cool.
Space
Yeah.
troopers, man.
I've
Yeah.
never
I didn't
noticed that.
Yeah.
Never
they're
noticed
outside.
that.
No.
Is that in the
Wow.
is that in the original or is that
That's in the
is.
original. That was in the
Okay,
one we
yeah.
just watched. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
And I remember that because I love that because it was like, oh, they kind of set up like, oh, the stormtroopers are sealed in, right? They're
Yeah,
like
they
Yeah.
can
space
go in space.
outfit, right?
But
Yeah.
that harkens back to Vader's origins too, of like the purpose of his suit, him being able to like board enemy ships just by
Mhm.
going through space.
Yeah. I think we got to wrap it up here. We've gone 2 hours. This has been fun. Oh God, we could talk about this forever. But first of all, Anil, thank you for joining us today
Yeah.
on the 500. I really appreciate that. Thanks for coming out. And where can we find you, Anil?
Don't do much these days, but I'm still hoping to get back into doing some more art. I still work on stuff, but mostly personal things at this point. But my Space Hindu 73 on Instagram is still alive and well, and I do post drawings, old photos, all kinds of things. So it's all there.
Google it.
Yeah.
Space Hindu 73, Google it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's there.
Steve 3, where can we find you and your shorts?
You can find me on Instagram. You can find me on Steve3D. You can find me on Shit Spackle Muppet Fart. You can go and have a look at my Buck Rogers that I finally got done and had a great time in last Sunday.
So
at
good.
WonderCon.
Yeah.
So good.
So much
That's
fun.
one of the
Hence
best.
why no one even commented. No mustache tonight.
What? I messaged you when you sent me photos being like, where is your mustache?
I just meant tonight.
Oh.
No one mentioned
That's
it.
old
Yes.
news.
I'm just glad. I'm enjoying the back to the roots,
Wow.
non-pedophile looking. Steve.
Says the beardy one.
I like
Wow.
how he shows up with no shirt and pink shorts. We're supposed to notice he doesn't have a mustache.
Yeah, exactly.
I like the
Also
way that
that.
Steve
Eyes up
likes
here,
this-
pal.
Yeah.
Steve likes this look rather than the mustache. So I can hang around.
Oh,
outside
natural.
schools. Yeah, I can hang around.
That'll be your
outside schools
that'll be
now.
your mustache.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Can you imagine if I showed up to work, Steve? I shaved my mustache, but I also went to work without a shirt on. And be like, nobody mentioned my mustache.
I have to wear a shirt at work. Sorry, guys.
Oh, too good. Yeah, you're totally naked, sir. Of course, I didn't notice your mustache. But you
talking
can
about my
also find me
haircut.
back on Saturday mornings. I have some new micro galaxies that have dropped, so I'm going to be unboxing the new Mandalorian and Grogu Razor Crest, the new design Razor Crest. Take a look at that, and I've also got the new Y-wing and TIE Bomber versus pack, so that'd be good to look at. And guess what else I got today?
Herpes.
Guess what else I got today?
Did you say herpes?
Look,
What'd you
you
get?
see that on the screen?
Nope.
Screen?
Nope, sort of.
Oh, no way. What about
I
this?
think it's Lego. I think it's a box of Lego.
It's Lego. I got the Lego X-Wing that just came out.
Oh,
Was that the
nice.
one with
The
with-
Carson Tava.
The Carson Tava Lego
Oh,
X-Wing.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
I need to go
So,
get
yeah.
that.
You got to
I mean-
turn your background. Oh, that.
And
Yep.
Colonel Ward, but yeah, Carson Tava's in there.
Yeah.
He's
I'm
back
gonna-
in
I'm gonna
pod
have a look
form.
at that as well on the Delphi base.
I already have like 4 X-Wings, but I need one more.
Hose knows where can find you.
Hozo's Paints on the gram is getting saved for all your mediocre D&D minis. Don't bother. I haven't done anything in over a year.
I love how you sold it though. That's great.
But on the Ready to Believe Island Edition, I am still working on the RTV, so check that out. Episode 3 is going to come out shortly.
You got something
are-
in the works right now.
Things are progressing.
Awesome.
So, yeah.
Yeah,
Looking-
I like the video you showed us privately where it's spinning around and
Oh,
picking
it was
up
so
dirt.
much fun. I
That's-
think I understand why people like playing with RC toys now.
Island Edition gives me life, as Trip
Wow.
says. There you go.
Whee!
And Tony is saying it's a John Cena X-Wing Lego set. So they can't see it. See, I get you, Tony.
Oh,
I
there
get
it is.
you. I get you. All
John
right.
Cena's a prince. I love that guy.
I love him too. Jamie, where can we find you?
You can find me right here every Tuesday and every other Thursday on the Generation X-Wing Podcast YouTube channel. So next Tuesday we will be doing some comparisons of the new rooftop Ghostbusters pack versus the old Wave 1 stuff. Compare and contrast. And soon it was delayed until it sounds like May 30th, but we are still building up towards the Ghostbusters pen and paper RPG that Hose Nose and I are taking part in. With
Yeah.
it is for charity, so all proceeds are going to the Starlight Foundation.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, I will on Tuesdays. I will include the donation link to that.
And I will add the donation link to the bottom of our description as well. I didn't do that for this one, but I will after.
Yeah, no worries.
In post. That I'm editing. Shit, I'll edit. That's shit I'll edit.
Whoa.
So, definitely.
Whoa.
Yeah, I know it's how important it is. As for me, before I say where I can find you, I want to thank everybody out there who's listened to one episode or all 500. Lady Di, I know, is out there, and I know she's kind of resting right now. And I want to give a huge thank you to Lady Di. First of all, you are royalty, and we really thank you so much over the years. You give us quiet but strong support throughout since episode 1. And I really appreciate what she's done. But I also want to say thank you to every single person who's listened to our episodes or downloaded or just tuned in. It's been so much fun, and I wish this was a full-time job. I would drop my job in a moment if we got paid. But I have fun, and I want to thank everybody who's on this panel right now, as well as I want to thank Beulah and Josh, who helped us start from the beginning as well when we started this podcast. And I'm very thankful to have all 4 of you guys as friends, and I thank you so much for indulging me in this little hobby of mine. So, and we're family, as Anil said many times on and off air. We're family here, and I really appreciate that. So thank you, everybody. As for me, you can find me in Outer Rim Rookie, the Outer Rim Rookie show on our YouTube channel, which you're hopefully watching. Like and subscribe, and more stuff to come out soon. I shouldn't speak for you, but I am planning on building a TK, a Stormtrooper costume for a 50th anniversary. The gears are in the works, and the gears are, is that right? Anyways, I'm working on it. I'm trying to be poetic, and I'm just flubbing everything, but everything's kind of working behind the scenes, and I'm already starting process of trying to do that. So hopefully by next year, for the 50th anniversary, I'll have a TK. That'll be kind of fun to goof around in. Maybe one day I'll be invited onto Weird Al Yankovic's stage. Who knows? But because they don't invite scout troopers out there. And yeah, no, anyways, what are you gonna do? But thanks, everybody. We're gonna take some time off for a week or two, and then our next episode is episode 501, or the 501st episode. We are going to be talking about the 501st Legion, and a little bit of history about the Legion, a little bit of why we do it and why it's important, and how and the fun of just doing it. I mean, it sounds like a rookie episode, but we're going to go into deeper stuff. We're hoping to have a few guests. I'm going to cross my fingers things happen. But if you don't, we got 4 fantastic people here who are all members, and we'll be talking about how it's influenced us. And it's going to be a fun episode. So we hope you join us for that one. And then we're going to go back to movies, and it's my movie pick. So we'll talk about that later.
This was your movie pick.
No. Oh,
damn. We dodged that.
Real quick, Jamie, rate this movie out of 10.
Since Anil's here, I'm giving it an 11 out of 10.
Hose Nose, out of 10.
I give this a solid 10.
Steve 3, out of
11.
10. Space Hindu, out of 10.
Well, you know it has to be an absurd rating, so I'm gonna go with 77.
10 out of 10. I think we got the rating here. 100%
10s across
all
the
around.
board.
Yay, 10s across the board. Have a good night. We'll talk to you later. Bye.
Bye.
This is where I end the stream. Here we go.
Andy. Like, share, Taco Bell, subscribe, follow us on Facebook.